Yeah,
And we're live. And we're
I
live.
think
Oh
so.
shit. Boom, look.
Welcome to the Slasher McSplitter Show!
I need one of those signs that says round one.
Hey Darius, give a woo.
Woo!
Hilarious.
Haha.
And look, as soon as I start, we got Darth Haster coming in.
Darth
How you doing,
Haster has entered the ring!
man? What's
Love
good?
it. Where's my pen?
Did you plan this, Darth? Because I kept putting this off and putting this off. And he came in as soon as I started. Perfect timing, brother. How you doing? Darth, can you hear us?
He'll get back to
Give us a wheeze.
Jesus.
Give us two wheezes if you could hear us. No?
Oh, I need to find out something. I need to research something.
I thought you said I need a bong for a second.
No, what? No.
I know, I was like, that's very un-Moira-like. But, Darius, I mean, Flarius,
Woo!
Darth Haster, what's up? Can you hear us? I guess you're working on it. Moira, how you doing?
Hold on. I do it okay. I need to research something real quick.
Houston, hey,
Okay.
am I
Maybe
good?
me in and out a bit.
Loud and clear. That's a 10-4, good buddy.
All right, Roger there, rubber duck. This is we're getting all up trying to avoid these bears on this air call. Avoid
Okay,
that
you
for-
might. You know what? You know how to adjust that microphone to kill him.
No, he's a tad roboting, but
He sounds like someone put the microphone into the blender.
microphone and a blender. Well, how am I going to find a blender in this air truck?
Well, nobody knew you were in a truck, dude.
oh, what's up, Optic Racer? How you doing?
Hi, Optic Racer.
By the
Good,
way,
yeah.
Moira, I sent you my email to send to Optic Racer.
Did not know that.
Well, you check your damn DMs.
I am trying to find something. I'm trying to find out.
Welcome to the Chad Optic Racer!
Oh God. Okay.
Special movie.
Okay, Ric Flair. If it'd be distracting as fuck, then you can answer my question for me. If a crime is committed on a military base, but within the state of, say, Oklahoma, if the JAG does not pick it up, is there any precedent that the state itself could pick it up once that accused leaves state military property?
All right, you're asking me a legal question?
Well, then don't distract me. Y'all don't distract me so much when I'm trying to fucking read.
I believe the answer is yes.
Military bases. The offense took place on a ship flying from America to the American flag. That's not quite the same. Maybe it's kind of.
And yes, Optic Racer, this time it really is Ric Flair. It's not Biz Marquis on the piano wearing a George Washington.
Well, I'll write it down as a suggestion. All right. So the reason I'm asking this is because sexual assault in the military have gone up, and sometimes JAG or the military in general try to sweep it under the rug because it makes the military look bad. Oh, I think covering of a sexual assault or assault of any kind makes the military look bad, but whatever. Anyway, so I was going to propose to see if I could actually get away with it, that even though I would not be able to go onto a base because I would not have jurisdiction on the base, the crime would have said, the alleged crime would have been committed in the state of Oklahoma. So it still happened in this state. And that if once that perpetrator steps foot off the
I need you.
military base, I'm sorry?
Crawl under the desk.
What?
Oh no, he's talking.
Oh, for God's sake, mute your microphone unless you're going to interject it.
Brr.
Anyway, I think it's something to suggest, though, because I was suggesting that if I'm governor, the state could pick up the charges and file on behalf if, so-and-so calls and says, yeah, so-and-so is over at such and such bar off base. The person could be taken in and arrested, for instance. Because
Right.
the crime did happen in the state, but it happened on military property, but still in the state. So I think that's a thin line, but if the military is going to cover up sexual assault, somebody's got to fucking fix that shit. I'll make it nice and public, so it's a fair warning.
All right, fair warning. Moira, I need to welcome somebody.
Hello.
Vigilante! Hello!
Welcome, Vigilante Williamson. Ding ding.
That's not even Ric Flair.
That's what we tried to do to get ready to rumble guy.
Yeah, you're Michael. You're doing the Michael Buffer thing.
Well,
Well,
I didn't know his name. I just called him the get ready to rumble guy.
Oh, that guy gets paid like $4 million just to say, "Let's get it ready to rumble."
Dude, I would do it for like a quarter of that.
If anyone else uses that term too before fights, he can sue them.
well, yeah, because he copyrighted it. That's why I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say it.
yeah, he copyrighted.
I can't. I mean, wow. Okay.
I mean, you
Wow.
know, he gotta cover his territory, right?
I guess. Speaking of that, I've seen a documentary
Oh,
about
sorry.
increased sexual
I just
assault
want to
in
say
the
hello
military.
to that,
In the military.
70s rock
The
fan.
same people
Hello.
did another one called about Invisible Enemy. Yeah, and see that's something I'm wanting to try. If I become governor, to basically, if they step off the military base, that's my jurisdiction, and I arrest them. But it's still a place in the state.
That 70s rock fan. Hello.
Okay,
Sure.
I got to do it one more time, Maura. Last time. It's just because this guy's my bro. Welcome, that 70s rock fan. Ding ding. Okay.
That guy has a brother too.
Oh,
He's
the
the one who
Let's Get
does
Ready
the
to Rumble guy?
UFC fights. Yeah, he's the one who does the UFC fight.
Okay, yeah. Vigilante said that guy's the man.
Yeah. Okay.
Say welcome, brother. People might be trying to sleep in the house. So I'm not gonna put that much info into it.
I don't know. Does anyone even hire that guy anymore? That guy's got a pretty high price tag just to say one fucking
Yeah.
line.
Dude, he's probably living off the dividends and everything. He's probably just fine.
So like every time there's a clip of someone playing him screaming, "Let's get ready to rumble,"
He
there's
might.
royalties.
That's called loyalty.
Royalties. Yeah.
That's debatable.
Dividends. All right. So like, say you invest in something like into a stock, and the stock split. The money you could get back are dividends. So, like, yeah, and yeah, or like if you invest in interest accruing account, the money that comes from the interest you gain are dividends, I believe.
Yes, Bruce.
I'm not.
That sounds about right. That
I'm
sounds
not a
about
banker,
right.
but I think that's about accurate. So
I
like,
believe
if he
that's-
invested his money correctly, he should be just.
If I remember some of my business management classes, I believe that's correct.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but I thought so. All right,
What's
so
that?
to be honest, I know it sounds stupid. The reason why I know this or think this, I'll try to get to it after.
Here,
this.
Moira.
I like-
Yes, yes, Moira. Because Optic Racer wanted to send me a couple of
Where is your email
what?
address at? Like where?
in your DMs. I didn't want to put it in your chat yesterday because there were two dickheads in the live chat.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Is it slasher at twitter.com?
.com really.
Yes, it's
Oh well, I
.com.
mean, actually, fuck, that's actually close. Yeah. Okay, I can fucking send that shit.
But this is the guy, Bruce Buffer. That's what he's not. It's time. That's the one that he fucking.
I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna send him a screenshot of you saying that.
Is it bad that It's Time makes me think of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes. Oh.
I never played Yu-Gi-Oh, so I wouldn't know that.
Dude, I haven't either. But I used to watch the anime when I was in high school.
I
And
just thought of a good. You know, you're old. You know, you're old when your email ends in
.com.
earthlink.net.
I had MSN one for a while. And I had a Netscape one.
I was gonna say Netscape. Yep.
I was
Have an
AOL.
Yep.
Alright, there you go, Optic Racer. Enjoy.
I didn't use the internet till like about 2003. So
Same.
I was-
I mean,
I
I,
was
used,
thinking-
I that's why I got my first computer. I had. Used
I was late to the
internet
party.
I didn't start till about 2001.
The thing that got me started on using the internet was eBay.
Mine was like college. You get a college email.
Okay.
I wasn't fancy enough to go to college.
It was a community college. Wasn't that great?
I
This
know
is-
that's
okay. This is going to sound a little schemy, but the way I got my episodes for Doom, my parents wouldn't let me give them our address. So I asked my cousin to use his address and give him the money to get my copy of Doom.
Wait, you had to give an email address to get a copy of Doom?
No, remember it came in shareware. The first episode came free.
Oh, the episode. Oh.
The first episode came free. The next two you had to buy from them.
I don't know. I never saw, but I didn't even know there was
You never had a shareware version of Doom?
I didn't know there was a Doom show.
No, the
back
video
in the
game.
90s. Yeah, back in the 90s, there was a shareware version of the game. They were totally cool with people distributing it.
I thought he was saying it was a show.
No, and they were ahead of their time doing that.
They were ahead of the game on that.
Yeah,
I
and
dead thought
software
he-
was made of some really savvy individuals.
I dead thought I heard him say there was a Doom show. I was like, what the fuck is...
No, there nothing about no show. It was a. Never mind. It was just a ruse to get around my parents not letting me buy it.
You never snuck buying shit past your parents? Never?
Who
I tried.
I just confessed to it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna deny that I used to be a little bit of a thief when I was a kid, and I would always be sure to hide stuff from parents.
Oh yeah, dude. I couldn't ever lie to my parents, but they were kind of naive, so I got really good at avoiding them thinking of asking questions that I didn't want to answer.
I also used to cut school and hide it from my parents pretty good. I used to go to school late every day and hide it from my parents pretty good. There was a time in my life where my parents just kind of checked out.
Dude, a friend of mine had a cell phone way before it was common, and he used to call into the office and say that he was his own dad. And be like, "Yeah, he is not going to be in school today." They'd be like, "Okay," and then he would just ditch.
And they never came after him for that.
No, they never figured it out. In fact, he actually dropped out of high school after 9th grade. I didn't see him for 3 years.
After
But-
9th grade?
Yeah, but he's like the smartest guy I know too. So he was going to school online, but he never even finished. So he essentially doctored some paperwork and got into community college, and then he got himself a scholarship. And he got his associates, transferred to university, and then he got a scholarship there, and he's got like 2 bachelor's degrees.
I need to meet this guy. We
I
need to
guess,
talk.
I
Oh
guess
my god!
dropping out of 9th grade, I guess, paid off for him.
Yeah, he said it was a gamble though when he faked that paperwork, because if they'd really scrutinized everything below the first quarter of the pages, then they would have figured him out. But they didn't.
Well, I'm sure he's got stuff under his belt now.
Oh yeah, he's definitely qualified, and honestly, he's smart enough. He can do just about anything.
Sounds
Oh
like
my
a
God,
regular
I got-
paper
I-
gangster.
I
Mhm.
kind of want to brag a little. Like, okay, the likes, the ratio as far as like views versus likes isn't great, but it's got seen. The the little campaign video I did that kind of caused a ruckus is
The-
at 18.6 thousand.
The
views.
picture crumpling picture.
Whoa.
Yes,
The
18.6
picture crumpling
thousand
Whoa.
views.
Hey, Moira, I just
And-
have one thing to say to that. Woo!
And 1,107
Yeah,
likes.
yeah.
Is this on
So-
YouTube?
Okay.
Is that on YouTube or TikTok?
TikTok.
Okay.
Yes.
The video she showed of her crumpling up the
Governor's picture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's got over 18,000 views and 1,107 likes. I'm like, getting worse. I turned the comments off because I know some of it would be some hate. So, like, but still, it
Darn
got
right it
seen.
is.
Yay. And then my slightly nicer one has 1,301 views.
Vigilante, I used to be able to walk out of my high school with nobody bothering me, and like there would be a group of us. We're like, yeah, we're not gonna stay here the rest of the day. Let's go cut at somebody's house. By like 10:30, sometimes like up to 6, 7 of us would just walk out. They wouldn't stop us. I mean, granted, I did see someone get fucking thrown in a paddy wagon. They dragged this dude out of the backyard and kicked him in the ass, and this cop literally kicked the kid in the ass and before throwing him in the paddy wagon. It was pretty funny.
For the okay, Vigilante says, is that supposed to be Scooby Doo or Little John?
Little Joe.
Let's get
run,
Raggy. Run, 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 run.
Anyway, I'm working
Or
on
do you
what-
want Scooby Doo trying to do Little John?
Let's get Raggy.
Run down from right.
Although I imagine this sexual assault bill will probably be slightly easier done with the National Guard because me and the Adjutant General will be in charge of the National Guard. So prosecuting that would probably be easier than Tinker Air Force Base in general.
But the
But,
National
does
Guard
not
within
mean,
the
but
state.
that does not mean I would not give it a shot because I would hate to see a bunch of people trying to cause an argument because I'm trying to prosecute what the military would not.
So the
It
governor
does-
would be in charge of the National Guard within the state.
Yes,
Okay.
me and the Adjutant General.
All right, so it's easier
That's
for
how,
me
the
to.
governor, that's how the governor can, like, when there's a disaster, the governor can order the National Guard to go to other states and help, or help within the state to, like, rescue people and deliver supplies.
Okay.
So, all right, what's this thing with the duet videos on TikTok? I saw that one where it was you weren't talking to the cop, but the cop was.
Oh,
He
it
was
was that
talking about
thing.
the
It was that thing
taser
like I
and
had argued about a few months ago with a woman.
The taser and the gun, yeah.
the cop shot a guy, and it was like, and she's trying to tell everybody it was she thought she was using her taser, and so this cop is pretty much like, that's fucking ridiculous. You should know the fucking difference, or you shouldn't have this job. I'm like,
But
because
what is
also doing that also shows you agree or you're reacting to it, but also people who are interested in that channel and they have a lot of followers, they'll also find you in a similar way, and it helps.
oh, so it's not that you have to contact the person first in order to.
No, you just, well, if they don't want to
Okay.
duet it, they can turn off a setting that stops you
Okay.
from duetting.
Okay, I was wondering about that. I didn't know.
Yeah,
how
I
that
do. I do that. I turn off a lot of comments on some of my videos and turn off duet because I don't want like I'm not trying to have people send hate mail. Like if they don't want to vote for me, then they don't have to. But like they don't have to be dicks about it, and I'm just not giving them the opportunity. If they like it, they can hit the heart. If they don't, then keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling.
Your
What?
tempo's off, but good enough. Yes.
Now I want to listen to some Limp Bizkit.
So somewhere Fred Durst just like heard like a bell ring in his head. He's like, "What?
Darn it!
What did someone just say?"
I sent you a picture of the screenshot that shows his email address. If I get one more email tonight about that, I swear to God. Golly. Now you made
Wait,
me lose
what?
my pen optic. Thanks.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Wait, what happened?
He keeps
I have-
emailing me, and I'm like, quit being a dick. Oh, anyway, so, all right, so I had my neighbor give me a few ideas. I was coming up with a marriage and divorce bill. I'm calling it a bill as a suggestion until further notice. Anyway, so to change up some of the rules in Oklahoma about marriage and divorce. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the fuck situation happens that you can get a court order to get married at 15, but that shit's out the fucking window.
It's
Nope.
the same one that R. Kelly got to marry Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, and still inappropriate.
That's what I said.
So no. So as far as I'm going to push it to where you can't get married under 18. Marriage
Her
license. I'm going to reduce the price of marriage licenses. Not completely. I'm sorry. I'm raising the price. Last I saw it was 50. I think it might be 100. So I'm going to raise it up a smidge. Must wait 3 months before marriage license is issued, unless military deployment papers are shown. That suggestion was my neighbor's. So I asked her what she thought, and she said, well, maybe we should add a military clause. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, the person could be deploying in a month or two and want to get married before they leave, so if something happens, their wife, because common law military doesn't care. But that way should get survivor benefits and such. And so if they can show deployment paperwork, then that's out the window. They're excluded from the 3 month waiting period. So this will prevent. The 3 month waiting period is to help make sure that they're serious and that there's no bigamy, like he's not married to someone else in another state, or either of them are. Anyway, otherwise, 4 marriage counseling sessions must be done to reduce waiting time to 1 month. No shotgun marriages to prevent fraud, because if a guy's dating a girl and she's like, "Oh, I'm pregnant," and he goes, "Well, gosh, I want to do the right thing by you," and then he finds out that kid is not his and he's already married, that causes a huge fucking problem. So, no marriage while pregnant. As far as I mean, if you're like a month pregnant, you don't know that. Obviously, I'm not going to prosecute somebody for that. But this prevents fraud. It prevents her getting pregnant by someone else and then claiming he's the dad, and then him, realizing that baby don't look nothing like him, and there he is stuck in a bad situation. It's about to get expensive. So none of that business. For
All
divorce.
right, sorry. But Darius, in the middle of this, you shouldn't have changed that shit to Fred Durst, because I was trying to keep.
Mandatory paternity test. No. As much as that would be efficient, it's also a violation of people's privacy.
I thought going on Maury was
They
a
can
mandatory
volunteer.
paternity
They can
test.
volunteer at any time for a paternity test. That is fine. But I will not make that mandatory. I will not have people's DNA analyzed against their will unless a crime has been committed.
I thought that going on Maury was a mandatory paternity test.
Well, you volunteered for the show and the agreement thereof.
And then you find out you are not the father.
But, so no shotgun marriages. So I'm going to put this out. Now, there may be a clause, I may consider a military clause that, he got his girl pregnant and he's going to deploy in a month and a half. If he wants to take that risk, fucking fine. But, yeah. Anyway, divorce waiting time, 3 weeks. Now, that's actually a little better because it's about...
going into the military is a huge risk on its own anyway.
Right. So, yeah. Anyway. So divorce waiting time, 3 weeks with or without kids, because I think it's like 20 days if the divorce is uncontested. And if you got kids, I heard the guy in the courtroom was mentioning he had kids, and he was like, well, you got to wait 90 days. So divorce waiting time, 3 weeks with or without kids. With police or hospital report, waiting time 5 work days. Because if someone like a spouse and the kids are getting their asses whooped by the other spouse, that they may not, the sooner the better they get out of there. So 5 working days for that, but they must present a police and or hospital report. In Oklahoma, you cannot remarry after your divorce within 6 months unless it's to the spouse you've just divorced. I put no marriage for 8 months, not even to the ex-spouse, because if y'all got yourselves so pissed off y'all divorced each other, maybe you should sit this out for a few more months and decide, because you can still live together. There's no law preventing you living together. Just maybe you shouldn't jump into another fucking contract if y'all got that pissed off in the first place. So there's that. Divorce price will be lowered back down to $175 for filing. Divorce while pregnant with all right, because also one of the questions they ask in divorce court is if you're pregnant or not. So divorce while pregnant with police or hospital report of danger. So like, say husband finds out she's pregnant, starts smacking her around, she can get her divorce very quickly, no problem. Because she may very well want him to have nothing to do with her or the kid for that. And so,
did anyone here know of any kids whose parents were divorced where the custody was given to the father?
yes. So, well, kinda.
Like full custody though.
Well, they're sharing custody. There has been times when I don't talk to a lot of people, and I don't ask them about their marriage or divorces, so I do not know. Jazzy, she's trans, and she pretty much won, like, if she wanted to, she pretty much has full custody of their daughter. So, which is impressive in Oklahoma. For Oklahoma, for what it is, a trans person won custody of their child over the biological mother.
Okay, well, I knew.
But if you saw the biological mother's living conditions, bruh.
Well, this is where this story gets weird. There there is a friend of mine who, when I first met him, he didn't have a mom. He had a dad. He lived in a house with a bunch of his uncles, his grandmother, and his great-grandmother. I didn't know he had an actual living mother till about fucking, holy shit, what was it? 2000. I knew him since like 87 or 88.
Dang.
He's one of my lifelong friends, but
I'm gathering.
He didn't even know anything about his mother until I think it was 2008 or 2009, where his half sister just randomly contacts him on Facebook and was like, "I'm your half sister. You have other half sisters."
Dang.
For this entire time, they lived like a neighborhood away from him. Just a neighborhood away from him. And it took that long for this shit to like I thought his mother was dead. I didn't know anything about his mother. And I didn't even want to ask him about too much about his mother because I knew he had a bad experience with this, not a bad experience, like living experience with his family. He walked in on 2 of his uncles dead of overdoses. His house was basically a fucking crack den.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about him. Yeah.
I witnessed someone walk out of his house and get arrested for, I don't know if it was a stolen car or if he was picking up drugs. It was a really bad situation. Crack vials all over the house. Once the grandmother died, that was it. Then all of a sudden it was a total crackhead flophouse. I would go there with my other friends. We'd walk into the living room. There would be up to 10 passed out junkies on the floor. We would have to step over them like piles of dog shit in order to get to our friend's room in the back and go hang out with them, play video games, watch movies, whatever the fuck.
My friend would have to come over to my house. Be like, nope. Alright.
And sorry. Hello, B-Star. How you doing?
What's up, V-Star?
Hello, Nancy.
Yeah. Also,
Hello.
a couple other things I'm suggesting. The drinking age for active military to be brought down to 19 years old, but must show military ID. Reason being is because it kind of fucks up the camaraderie if they're going to deploy, and the 18, 19, and 20-year-olds have to sit out in the car while the other guys get to go hang out and bond. If you're not active military, then you're happy ass can wait till you're 21.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
Also-
if they can die for their country, they should be able to have a beer.
Exactly.
If
That's
you
true.
Active and retired military get reduced property tax.
That's what I'm saying. If you could put foot to ass for your country, you should be able to have a beer.
Exactly. And so of course, it will be strongly encouraged that there is a designated driver. I mean, I can't force that, but I can ask it of the establishments to try to encourage Uber, or if someone at the bar can be able to take the person if they're close by home or something. Ooh, speaking of which, I want to do something about drunk in public. If the person is not actually causing a problem, they're just walking home and the cop decides to get bored and check them out and they smell like alcohol, the cops should be glad they're not fucking driving. They're just walking.
I'll be back.
I've heard of a few people who decided to leave their car at the bar. There's certain bars that you can get away with that for 24 to 48 hours without any problems because, things happen. And they should be glad that he's not, driving a 2,000-pound vehicle while drunk. They should count themselves lucky and not arrest the person for being drunk in public, as long as they're not causing a disturbance. And they'll have to prove the disturbance. You'll have to show it on the dash cam. The person was acting outrageous.
Sounds like a story I went through. I was walking home. Let's see. I think it was it was an October night from a bar. I was sloshed. I lived like 3 or 4 blocks away. I think it was like 3 blocks away. Anyway, up a hill, I was absolutely trashed, and this cop pulls by. It's like, "Are you okay?" "No, I'm just drunk. I live right up the hill. I just want to go home. Just let me go home." They just let me go home.
Was it a cop?
Yeah, it was a cop.
Oh, cool. Oh, they let you go home. That's good.
And I sounded almost exactly like that. I'm pretty sure.
There we go. I put it down. Police cannot arrest anyone walking home drunk as long as there is no dangerous behavior. I mean, obviously, if the person is wandering out into the middle of the street, obviously the person needs to maybe not be arrested, but perhaps a ride home might be courteous. But if they're just walking along the sidewalk and they're doing okay, stop him and just because, well, it's the middle of the night. What are you doing out? And they smell alcohol on them and then arrest them. That is completely unfucking necessary.
That's a little BS.
Like, cops, if you're that bored, you know what? I've heard there is a nice pile of rape kits that need to be checked out. Maybe you should start doing some paperwork.
Okay, now, sorry, I muted for a second, but this question right here. See, Optic Racer, I don't like to get too political at times, but the fucking problem is Democrats are hell bent on destroying this country for some reason. Shootings are going off like crazy here in New York. Shootings, not my particular area. Maybe it'll hit home one day. I don't know, but you turn on the local news, constantly see it, and yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a fucking moron like Bill De Blasio as the fucking mayor of the city.
Wait a minute. You got pulled over for walking too fast, V-Star?
That's what she said. Did
Walking
a field
too
sobriety
How fast
test.
do you walk? 35 miles an hour?
Like, did they clock you? Did they have the gun to clock you?
To be fair, a lot of those guns are not correctly calibrated, and the person who operates them usually do not know how to calibrate them, and oftentimes a person is given a speeding ticket when it's actually incorrect. That has been proved. That there's a small town. There's like 1 mile by 1 mile square, fucking little shitty town in the south part of Oklahoma City called Valley Brook, and oh man, so someone got pulled over, and apparently they were smart enough to fight this shit. They'll pull you over for anything. Like, literally, they'll profile you if you're leaving the bar, if you've been at the bar too long. I've heard rumors they'll use chalk and put it on your tires so another cop will see it.
Valley Brook is a shitty area. It sounds like it actually like the name is nice, but it's one of those, right?
It's pretty much it's Titty Bar Row. It's got the only revenue going in there is titty bars.
Oh, okay, so it's a nice place.
And being arrested for dumb shit.
Yeah, we just call that 8 Mile.
Well, south side of Oklahoma City, that's Valley Brook. Anyway, so this guy decided to take the whole thing. I mean, really, he took it all the way, including proving that their radar guns were not calibrated correctly, which caused a huge problem. That's a lot of good, decent part of their revenue for that little town. And the police, I believe, had to either pay a fine or pay back the money for those cases. Those cases got dismissed because it put into question every single speeding ticket they gave out. Woo! Yeah. I don't know who he is, but not all heroes wear capes, man. I'm telling you. I mean, if someone's speeding, they're dangerous, fine, but make sure your shit's calibrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brother.
Because over there, if you go 5 miles over, there's a decent chance that cop is bored, and in 1 mile area, he probably is. You're going to get pulled over. I knew a guy who there was an issue with his life, and so, like, when he would hit the brakes, the red lights and the white lights would come on, and they put down that they pulled him over, and he got in trouble basically because his brake lights were too bright. And we were cutting through the edge of Valley Brook because on Eastern, further down Eastern, there's a place called
Nice.
Anywho, but so we were coming up Eastern, and then Valley Brook's this way, so Valley Brook can still get you in this area, but it's still considered it's just not the main strip. We were coming up through there. I wish we had. He got apparently his license was like suspended or no insurance or something. I can't remember what it was, but they fucking arrested him. And I'm like, and they had no care about how I was gonna get home. I'm like, you can call a cab. I'm like, first off, cabs, at least around here, don't pick you up on the side of the road. Okay? What about robbed or carjacked. They want
What about an Uber? Would an Uber take you up to the side of the road?
At that time, we didn't have Ubers, or at least it wasn't commonly known, because this was like 2013.
I'm just saying though, like it says, say you take an Uber, you're like, leave me at the shoulder of this fucking place. Then will they pull over and be like, yeah, there you go.
Well, thankfully I knew the tow truck driver because he used to be a DJ at a bar I worked at years before. And so he was nice enough to give me a ride home. Thank goodness. He had to stop, put the truck, that's what was impounded, in the impound lot, was just right up the street. And then he clocked out and took me home, thankfully. So thank God I knew the tow truck driver, because the cops didn't give a shit if I was walking home. They didn't care. They didn't give a fuck. They were arresting him. They didn't care what happened to me. I could die on the side of the road. They didn't give a shit.
You said he used to be a DJ. Was it Deej?
No, his name is Alan. Although I heard in the last few years, apparently he died. I
I'm
happened
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry for his wife. I used to work with her. They worked in the same bar, so it was very sad. I didn't think I hadn't talked to her in years, and so but I happened, right, Darius? Yeah. And
I
so,
just recently found out that
he was always very nice. He was
I
a bit
just recently
sharp, but
I just recently found out one of the bartenders that I used to fucking see all the time at my local. I found out he just died. He was this like straight off the boat, fucking Irish dude. He was always dead cool. I found out
not
he
the
died.
Irish,
I was like,
no.
I just recently found the photographer that used to take pictures of everybody at my local bar.
that he died.
No, he's still living. I just met him like a couple days ago. He was out. He was visiting a friend on my street, and I happened to see him and like, hey, what's up? He was like, what's up, man?
There was another fucking bartender. Holy shit, this was like mid 2000s. First time I meet this dude in my local bar. He's a drunken asshole customer. He's like starting shit with my friends, and then the next week I see him, he's arguing with the bartender, and then after that, all of a sudden he's a bartender, right? Like that's quite a jump up from your first impression.
Mm-hmm. He might have known somebody there.
Well, I've also found out he was a super of a building around here, and he did know people in the bar, and I got to know him, and he was a pretty cool guy. You know, he actually looked after people. I mean, at first when I met him, he was a drunken asshole, but he was kind of that person that person you meet with an asshole attitude kind of grows on you. Though, like the more you get to talk to him, you know.
Yep.
And
It's like the tolerable asshole.
yes, exactly. Or like he redeems himself in one way or another.
Oh, I will also be eliminating police quotas.
What quotas? We don't have quotas. What are you talking about?
They're so cute.
That's
How
what
many
they say.
goddamn? How many goddamn?
I know it's a lie.
How
Oh,
many
yeah.
goddamn?
Well,
many
if it's not,
goddamn-
if it's not true, then they won't have any problem with it.
How many goddamn summonses I got the end of the month?
Anyway, so here's what I wrote out. I mean, obviously, it's
Oh,
not
wait,
super fancy. It's not super fancy
Sorry.
language.
I just wanted to say this. I just wanted to finish this about the Irish guy I knew.
Oh, so okay.
So he's the super of the building. He's taking down Christmas decorations. Someone walked up behind him and fucking shot him in the head.
Oh my god.
No one ever found out who did it to this guy.
Jeez.
No one ever found out who did it to this guy.
Yeah, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm just saying, like, that was the first time I was like, oh man, I knew this guy was a bartender and he died. But that was a little drastic because this guy had a lot of life left in him.
Yeah. You said he was a nice guy to other people.
Not that he was a nice guy.
But he did things for people.
He was a rough around the edges guy, but you can't. I had people like that especially people I worked with that were assholes from the get go. Like, but the more I got to talk to them, you know,
Yeah.
people like that are people you have to be assholes back to. You have to be sarcastic assholes back to them in order for them to, you know, for you you to connect with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They still never. I can't believe they never found the person who did that. Right outside the building he lived.
Where he was a super.
Yep. But anywho, sorry to bring the conversation down. Talking about dead bartenders.
Moira, did you forget what you were talking about?
Yes. All right. So police cannot arrest. Oh yeah. Police will not have quotas, but will get bonuses for problem resolution, less bullets used, and no complaints filed against the officer. They will also get bonuses for passing autism and mental health education classes.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought
I
of
was
that.
going to say attending them, but attending them is not the same as passing them. So
Hmm.
that way, you know, if somebody is acting strange, it will help them get an idea if the person is autistic or has some kind of handicap and is having a hard time being able to follow instructions, as opposed to freaking out, just tasing or killing them, not realizing that it's something they can't help and they're just acting weird. So, and it does not prevent the officer from defending himself, but it does. You know, if he realizes his bonus depends on it, he might maybe, you know, think twice before he pulls the trigger, you know, on somebody who's unarmed.
Right.
Or if you're 20 plus years on the force, learn which side you have your taser on,
Yeah, that
and learn
that
which side you have your gun on.
I it's hard to legislate common sense, but I'm fucking trying. So, like, so not defunding them, but giving them incentives on doing better instead of just giving them quotas. So they cut corners just to get that extra bit. They have to actually do a good job to get that extra bit. People are more likely to do what they're supposed to if it somehow incentivizes them. So I don't want to defund them. I want them to do a better job, and I want them to be rewarded for doing a good job, not rewarded for doing a bad job. That is not what it's supposed to be. So
It's not. This whole time. This whole entire time.
yeah.
And by the way, Optic Racer kept saying Fright Night 2. We did a watch party of Fright Night 2, Optic Racer. Because I see Optic Racer just emailed me. And thank you, Moira, for giving Optic Racer my email.
Meow meow.
Finally.
Speaking of Fright Night, I've heard mixed things about the new Fright Night remake. Should I even bother?
Well, a new
Who's that?
one?
There's a new one?
The Colin Farrell one. That was like a
Yeah.
decade old, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's an 8. That's not super new. Okay.
And Colin Farrell also
Alright.
made.
Well, it's the latest.
That
Also-
Fright Night came out in 2011.
A bad Total Recall too from Colin Farrell.
Oh my god, it was so bad. I watched it. Of course, I watched it because you know I'm a big fan of sci-fi, and I'm especially a big fan of Dick.
I was about to say Jessica Biel.
Well, yeah, well, her too, but yeah, that was a setup for a joke. No one took it. Philip K. Dick.
I heard you said Dick. Yes.
Yeah.
You were a big fan of Dick.
I'm a
You
big
said that.
fan of Dick, and I've read some of his books, and you know, a lot of them have been made into successful movies. And the original Total Recall is a classic, and of course, it was directed by Paul Verhoeven, director of RoboCop.
Motherfucking RoboCop. Hell yeah.
Mhm. So, dude, it's one of my favorite. And so, what's up, Nancy?
Hello, Nancy. How you
And
doing,
so,
Nancy?
when I saw the remake and they didn't even go to Mars, I was like, what? What is this? They didn't even go to Mars.
Total Recall.
They lived in like super duper skyscrapers
Yeah.
and had to go work in like the depths of the earth and
Yeah, you,
It-
you know where they went instead of Mars? They just called it the Colony.
oh god. That.
Bruh. It's not Total Recall without Mars. Get your ass
Alright,
to Mars.
well, All right, so I was doing those videos with my friend Mike, where we did the we did the 3 movie challenge. We did a movie and a remake, a movie and a remake, a movie and a remake, and it did RoboCop, Total Recall, and Point Break,
Oh yeah.
and it got worse and worse. I mean, honestly, the remake of RoboCop wasn't bad. They just shouldn't have tainted it with the name RoboCop. Like RoboCop deserves better than that movie was, but
Yeah, dude.
they could have called it something else and it would have been all right. Total Recall was blah. It wasn't god awful. It was blah. Point Break was fucking horrendous.
I forgot they
That should
even
have just been
remade
burned.
Point Break. Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they really Point Break?
Yeah.
And nobody
Yep.
saw it apparently.
Yep.
Mm.
That's how good it did. People like they remade Point Break. Fucking horrendous.
Slasher, do you think that Catherine Bigelow is the best female director of all time?
I don't know.
'Cause I believe she made the original Point Break.
She did make Point Break. And I know she won for the Hurt Locker, but I didn't see the Hurt Locker.
I like The Hurt Locker. That was a good movie.
Yep, she did that. Let me see. What are her other hits?
Well, wasn't she just James Cameron's girlfriend at one point?
I thought they were married.
Foot in the
Uh,
door.
Yeah, they were married from 89 to 91.
Yeah,
but-
so that's what got her foot in the door, basically, right?
Yeah, but she makes good fucking movies though. She did Point Break, Strange Days, K-19, The Widowmaker, The Hurt Locker,
Oh, wait, Strange Days.
Zero
I
Dark
that
Thirty.
weird ass shit with Angela Bassett.
Yeah, and Tom
I
Sizemore.
remember the video poster for it.
And Tom
And,
Sizemore with the weird long hair.
Yeah, and Ray Fiennes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That was good. I don't know what the fuck else she did, though.
What? Bigelow?
Catherine Bigelow, yeah.
Yeah, she did Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker, of course. I think she won a lot of awards for that one. But let me just double check that so I'm not
Nancy, did
spreading
you ever
nonsense.
see that movie Strange Days, Nancy?
No, I don't believe it. I have.
I don't think I have either.
They're the drug, it's like the future time, and the drug is everyone recording their memories, and they're like selling them.
Mhm.
And Ray Fiennes is like the dealer. He's going throughout the town giving people the chips to like you plug in a different chip of a different memory. Like one of them was a robbery that went wrong or something, and the guy died.
Right?
1995, right?
Yeah, it was. I know it was mid-90s.
Oh no.
What?
Directed by
She's
Catherine
weird.
Bigelow, Ralph Fiennes, Angela Bassett, Juliette Lewis, Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, Juliette Lewis was in it too.
Before she went completely fucking weird.
Yeah, if Juliette Lewis is in a movie, you know it's gonna be fucking weird.
Yeah,
She's
she was an
gonna play-
it girl for a minute.
Yeah, but she plays the same goddamn thing and everything.
Jesus. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
That was a fast
Welcome,
death.
welcome back.
Jeez.
I just have one thing to say about you returning.
What?
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Let's do it right this time. At least I wasn't
Okay.
zipping around the moon. You know, fuck. Jesus. I didn't
I
need
have-
it that way.
I have four panel members, and it says I have 0 viewers right now.
What?
Wow.
Optic Racer's still out there.
Apparently not.
Oh,
He's
well.
there somewhere.
He
It
is.
glitches like that every once in a while.
Well, I know I managed to lose 200 views on a fucking. How do you lose views? I don't know, but
Well, I don't know either. I don't know. How do you lose your mind? I mean,
how do you lose a view though?
that's what I'm saying. How
A view, it's marked down as a view.
how can you unview your something?
The count
Exactly.
is fucked up.
Negative numbers. You got
Right.
negative views.
Ugh.
People
That's not
taking the
logical.
view back out of their brain.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's like Strange Days. The memory's
There
been
you go.
removed.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear all of Strange Day. That's not the one where the drug is whatever, and you only have 30 days, and then the big thing swoops down and sucks your soul. That's not that one.
No, I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
that one is, but
I don't know either, but
what is that one?
It was weird. I don't remember. I remember just seeing some of it. Okay.
Does anybody remember a movie called Split Second?
No.
Mm-mm.
What era movies was this?
Yeah, I think it was an 80s movie.
Split second.
Late 70s, early 80s, maybe.
I remember there was that one. The fucking I couldn't sit through this. The one with fucking Justin Timberlake with the where they.
You had to buy more time to live.
Yeah. And it
I
was
like
on their
that
wrist.
movie.
It was on their wrist.
Wait, what was the name of the movie?
Oh shit. In Time. Is
Oh,
that
I
what it
didn't
was?
see that.
I couldn't sit
Not
through it,
see
so.
that one.
Well, their whole thing was like they were bougie. Is that the word that was used before? They were bougie. So they had
Yeah,
the
the rich
option.
people had so much money that they could preserve themselves so well you couldn't tell the daughters from the wives. They all looked about the same fucking age.
Yes,
Oh,
Justin
wow.
Timberlake and his mother look the same age.
Okay.
That
Well,
woman
that's
that
scary.
that woman that played his mother, she basically looked like she was the same age as Justin Timberlake. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. In 2169, people are genetically engineered to stop aging on their 25th birthday when a 1-year countdown on their forearm begins. When it reaches 0, they time out and die instantly. Oh my god.
It almost sounds
It's like-
like almost a redo of Logan's Run.
Yeah, that's
I know,
When-
like a different take.
my friend compared it to that movie. I never sat through Logan's Run. I've seen parts of it.
Now I got to find the name of that movie because it was so trippy. It's like the thing is, the drug came in the vial or whatever and it's going to make you.
Is this RoboCop 2?
I don't think so. No,
Nope.
because it was like this.
Luke,
so-
from RoboCop 2, you shoot it in your neck. It looks like a crack vial that you shoot into your neck. Darius knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen RoboCop too. I've seen all those, but this was like, never mind. Fuck it. It doesn't matter.
Hello, New Bomb.
What's up, New Bomb
Hey,
Shirt?
Turk, what's up, darling?
How you doing?
I told Moira I wouldn't do the wrestling welcome anymore. So I'm just going to say, what's up? Welcome. Good to see you.
All right,
That's it,
so
brother.
I got something for non-violent offenders now.
Ooh.
Oh, good. That's me.
Non-violent offenders will be given more options for community service, such as assist in helping out in homeless shelters, soup kitchens, and such. Non-cartel weed offenders will be pardoned.
Non-cartel.
Well,
I love it.
well, if they can prove that the weed that they are transporting that they're not supposed to have is connected to more or less organized
Good.
crime, that's a slightly bigger situation.
Good
But
God.
if they cannot prove that, and you just happen to have more than what you're allowed to have, then there are people who are still in jail for having a lot of weed from before medical weed was allowed, and they're still in prison. They've not been
Yeah,
allowed
that's
out.
stupid. That's stupid.
Exactly, and this is what I'm going to fix. So yes.
Boop, boop.
Woo! So
And
right now,
yeah.
I'm going to fucking fix.
Seriously, on
Yeah.
a serious note. Okay, because I don't, and nobody should be able to get OR'd just because they know the judge, and everybody else has to wait and pay. No. That is no bueno.
I think those depend on the person's history. If they've shown a history of jumping bail and making a run for it and this and that kind of makes it a problem.
Right,
if you don't have any priors, then they kind of give you the benefit of the doubt. Since I had no priors on when I had punched an Air Force sergeant, I know this is gonna bite me later. I was allowed on my own recognizances, even though I had missed. There was a warrant out because it came to my address here, but I was in Connecticut at the time, and I was able to prove to them I was not even in the state and never received. And so the judge was like, okay, all right, so you're out on your own recognizances, and basically all you gotta do is show up or call in or whatever you're instructed to do, and if you miss a court date, you pay $5,000. I'm like, fair enough.
Right.
I didn't fucking.
I get all that, but I'm talking about somebody getting released on the OR with the same. Okay, like me and you get the same charge. Okay, the same situation. Okay, I get OR'd because my uncle is the judge, and you got to stay in jail and make bail.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen anyway.
Well, it does.
I know that there's some things I can't fix. I can't fix.
I know, but I'm just saying,
you
that's just not
it would
right.
it would be very micromanaging.
Mhm.
If someone called the governor's office and brought it to my attention that this had happened, then I could perhaps do something. But I can't micromanage every courtroom.
Right.
So I would do
Right.
my best to enforce anything like that happened. I would try to do something, but
Mhm.
yeah. So I agree. You're not supposed to be able to do that. It's a conflict.
Yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to be able, and if it is done, then the people are. You know what? People are scared. Like drug offenders and stuff like this. First time drug offenders are scared, and this and that. I get it. But you still have rights.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, and
Remember that.
and
need to
then
remember
you
that.
need to, if you see something like me, I saw something like that. It's up to me as the citizen to point that out to a higher up.
Yes. And
Yes, and that's
going
not
through all of it
snitching.
and I'm the kind of person that if I had to personally, I'd look through the dash cam footage and whatever and be
Mhm.
like, what the fuck are y'all thinking?
Right. Good.
Or,
Yeah, I like
or
when I
if
heard.
I see that you did something wrong, I'll be like, all right, it's not as good as you were saying, but it's not as bad as you were saying.
Mhm.
So, if like double jeopardy is not necessarily constitutional, but if you're willing to waive that, you can try this
Mhm.
again, or maybe I don't know, maybe just run the case better next time.
Well, maybe that person should have went in front of her own relative.
There's a chance that judge might find himself being relocated to a different county.
Well, yeah, but that's never going to happen. But it should just be
If
a
I'm
law.
governor, that absolutely will fucking happen because he can decide to voluntarily take a position in a county, or he can involuntarily do it and say one saves face and one does not.
Right.
Woo!
So
Yeah.
he can decide. He or
Mhm.
she. I'm sorry. When I say he, I mean he or she could either be a judge. So,
he could be a judge.
well, I mean,
Wow.
there's women judges and male judges. I mean,
Yeah.
depends on the case, depends on who it is. So if I say he, don't just assume attacking. I'm attacking guys.
Right.
That's just what comes out of my mouth. Is he.
And like legally, anyways, when you would write that, you would write HE slash an S slash HE.
Well,
Yeah, that's how you write it legally. So that way it's AKA everybody included, ETAL at
Oh,
all.
well, I'm
Yeah.
sure I could have someone write this up a little more professionally. This is just basically my rough
I'll help
draft
you. If you
idea.
need help, I'll help you. I'd be happy to help you.
Well, it might. Well, it may not be too much different wording. I got to make
Okay.
sure it doesn't go against the federal constitution or the Oklahoma
Right.
constitution.
Oh,
Right.
by the
Although
way,
the Oklahoma constitution, if it does not, in some cases, does not get to trump the federal constitution.
Right.
If the
And you have to
constitution,
make.
the federal constitution is amended in such a way that it is technically unconstitutional by corrupt people,
Mhm.
well, that's a whole separate situation. But I am willing to fight that. But
all
But
right,
if
wait.
you need, right. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just gotta say, Optic Racer, I emailed you the StreamYard link. Want to come hang out if you're available? And thank you for sending Optic Racer my email, Mark. But anywho,
And I didn't say hey to New Bomb and Optic. Hey, hey. Hey, y'all.
I put the link. I put the link in the chat. And Nancy, you lose a lot of emails and a lot of Twitter accounts, so that's why I don't know.
No, I don't lose them. I just, my email, I never gave anybody my email.
But you know, when I try to, sometimes when I try to send you things on, same thing with games. Games who keeps changing his name and like he keeps changing his
Well,
Twitter
you
account.
have to know the super duper password because sometimes I'm undercover, okay? And I don't have time to answer.
What the fuck is the super duper password?
Well, if you had it, then you
Oh, okay,
would know it.
my
I have
bad.
been locked up for 2 months. Literally, against my will.
Against your will, you're being held hostage.
I wasn't being held hostage. I was just like, you all know where I was.
I know, but you said it like
I know.
you're not
I know.
free. You said it like you're not free now, though.
No, because I'm back in the friggin' trap house, so I have to like relocate again. It's just fucked up shit.
Wait,
Hold on, I'll
hey, the
explain to you.
candidate Moira.
Briefly.
what question did he have?
Let's see. 25 minutes ago.
Oh, for God's sakes, I think it'd be easier if he just re-asks it.
I guess, right? That's yo, Optic Racer. Whatever. If you even if you could come through for fucking 5 minutes. Optic Racer is a person I only got to talk to once for 5 minutes. Yet Optic Racer's always around, and Optic Racer's not a douchebag. So I'd like to have Optic Racer on here at least one time. But anywho. Darius, I think we have a new character for you.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Were you just gonna say? What are you gonna say?
Woo!
and I think Darth Haster should change his avatar so he could come in and say, "What were you gonna say, Darth Haster?" If you could hear us. No, no, little John yeah. No. Is Darth Haster still here?
You set him up for that one.
I did. At least you knew what I was setting you up for. I don't think that Darth is here anymore. Oh, the crime question in my area. No. I'm I'm not in Oklahoma. I'm in New York, and I'm not running for governor of New York. What would I do? I was the governor. I don't know. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't want to be a
What
governor.
question? I don't. Crime situation in my area. That's very vague. Like, what kind of crime are we discussing?
No, I don't know. I think this is mixed up. Oh, okay, from
Well,
Moira.
you're going to have to explain what kind of crime: drug crime, gun crime, rape, sexual assaults. Like, what do you like? There's different kind of crimes. I mean, different ones take different approaches. So you're going to have to be more specific.
Oh, Nancy's gone again. Are you talking about non-violent crime? Non-violent crime.
How's the crime situation in your area? Has it increased in years? Certain
Okay,
areas, it
that's
has.
what he-
In certain
alright,
areas, it has.
That's what he asked you. How's the
Yeah.
Oklahoma?
Yeah. In certain, last I saw, the county jail, the majority of their arrests, or at least up until recently, were marijuana arrests. Almost 50% of them were. I would have to try to find out what the statistics are. Like, I haven't found any like this year and last year's publicized, so I do not know what the majority of the crimes are that people are arrested for. So I'd have to look. Everybody's just disappearing.
Oh, Darth. Well, I was trying to get a response out of Darth, but he wasn't responding. But Optic
Here,
Racer, if you're gonna come through, I hope you do. It'll be weird too, seeing him with that Linda Carter avatar.
Have a good night, Darth Aster.
And then private. Okay. Sorry, Darth Haster.
Yeah, I looked away for a second and I looked back and he disappeared.
Have a good night, bro. Anywho, I keep the show rolling somewhere. Put your phone down.
I'm trying to better Oklahoma, and I need a game plan.
You're trying to better Oklahoma.
And I need to come in with a game plan. I can't go in there and go, no, I don't know what to do.
A TikTok game plan? I love when she gives me that angry look.
It wasn't him.
It wasn't who?
Well, Darius was the last to talk fluff, and that was the one I looked at.
All right. So, endorse yourself for governor more. Don't get into your fun. Say more.
I am writing possible bills and things to change Oklahoma.
Read it while you say it. Like it's an old timey Civil War.
All right, all right. So, I hate to use the word draft, but like,
You said you wanted to do this anyway.
well, no, I do. I'm just saying. So, a draft community service for high schoolers that can help with their final grade, interning in skilled trades, community cleanup, assist in mental health clinics, and more. So, there's that. Schools need to have cameras in classrooms that parents can log into a portal assigned to that child's grade. So, like, if you have a kid in 7th grade, you don't need to see what's going on in 3rd grade class. It's not your kid's not in there. It's none of your fucking business. It's someone else's fucking business. But this way, you can make sure your kid and teacher are acting right. So, I like that. Also, want to install trash vending machines installed near convenience stores, parks, and schools. And this way, people will either cleaning up after themselves, or if, say, someone who's broke goes along picking up plastic bottles and trash of similar, they feed it into the vending machine. The vending machine weighs it and gives you a certain amount of money back.
Oh, like can and bottle return.
Yeah.
Like that, but for like plastic bottles and stuff, because the majority of what you find is plastic bottles.
Oh,
There are
but
some glass, but
You mean like just random ones out in the street?
Well, not
where
be outrageous. Like there's a lot of people who walk. There's a lot of people who don't have cars, and sometimes we see.
No, I'm saying like I know how the supermarkets have them. Is what I'm saying. Like, but like,
Yeah,
are you
so there'll
talking
be
about like the way
convenience
a park?
stores because I see trash all the time right outside convenience stores. Schools, kids always bring snacks, junk, plastic soda bottles, this and that. They can just throw them in the vending machine.
Or
Like
just
those,
anywhere?
well, not just anywhere. I mean, it's got to be somewhere where someone can't just wrap a chain around it and drag it through the street and take it away because it's got money in it. So that's why they're going to be installed in certain places. But yes, like in the middle of the night.
No,
say,
it's not money. It's the tickets. Well, where I'm from, you don't get money out of them. You get tickets. You have to.
It
redeem
can be altered. The point is, if say you're homeless and can't sleep and you're out walking and you're picking up plastic bottles and trash, you can get yourself $4 or $5 and go head over to the 7-Eleven and get you something to eat.
So
Well,
how would the machine know what's trash?
I don't know. Over in Asia, they have vending machines like this. I assume it would be the same
Really?
technology. Yes.
Well, I'm just trying to imagine like the implementation, and how do you prevent someone from just gathering up someone else's stuff and throwing it in a trash bag and dropping
There's
it in the
nothing
machine?
perfect, but okay, all right. So what? Homeless people are just going to walk around breaking into people's houses and getting plastic?
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, I
think they would go.
I've
for
never
something a little more
seen a
important.
machine like this. I've never heard of a machine
Yeah.
like this. I'm curious how it works.
You could go in some fucking random person's backyard and collect their little kid
It won't
picnic
fit in
set.
that.
Okay, so New Bomb Turk asks, the schools in your area don't already have recycling bins in the halls? We're describing.
I don't think they do.
Okay.
Well, when you say recycling, you mean just like bottles, cans, and shit like that. Like you're not talking about like because there's no recycling machines where you could take like a McDonald's cup and put that in the machine and get 5 cents back for it.
It's paper.
Exactly. I'm saying when you say
Share
recycling. Okay, so it's just
automated, fully.
Yes, so it's bottles, cans, and glass, right?
Yeah. See, so you can't
Yeah.
go and steal people's toys and stick. It won't fit.
What I'm saying is
Okay.
bottles,
But
bottles,
things like
cans,
this, having these
bottles-
kind of vending machines.
like
Bryce,
bottles.
man,
cans.
what's with you tonight?
I'm asking you a question, Governor.
I tried to answer and you cut me off.
Governor-elect. I'm saying I know what you're. At first, I thought you were saying like if you were to like just pick up regular trash off the floor, like say paper or something, and put this in the machine. And it's like
I don't know if they have those available, but I don't rule it out. But plastic trash is the biggest problem. Paper is at least biodegradable. Plastic is like this is not. So it makes sense that it would. I don't know how to end that. Oh yeah, stop sharing. There you go. Anyway, so that is the kind of machines I am talking about having installed in Oklahoma. Because plastic trash does not biodegrade, but if people clean it up and make a few dollars off of it, or coupons so they can go in and get something to eat, that helps feed a homeless person or someone who doesn't have a car and is hungry, and also in the process, in their path, cleans where they've been walking.
first of all, for the price of those drinks, it should be more than a 5-cent return. Although Darius is in
We
fucking
will figure out what would be an appropriate amount to.
Darius is in Michigan where it's a 10-cent return.
Mm-hmm. 10 cents. We get people from
Well,
Ohio.
We might do it by the pound. Like if you put a pound's worth of plastic bottles, and if it takes glass, although hopefully not, because I don't know if it takes that or not. But like say you get a pound of trash, you can get like $7 or $8 maybe.
Okay, what we have here, we have in the stores. There's three separate machines right next to all next to each other. There's for the cans, for the plastic bottles like 2-liter sodas, and there's for glass bottles. They're all next to each other.
Oh, your aluminum cans and plastic bottles are separate.
Different machines for the.
Yeah,
Okay. We
it
just have
should
one
be.
machine
And
for both.
actually, the aluminum I won't bother because a lot of people pick up aluminum cans on the side of the road, take them to the recycling centers anyway. But there is nothing for like plastic trash, like bottles. So,
Oh,
I-
dude.
and every time I drive around, at least once or twice, every time I drive around, like going from here to Midwest City, which is like 8 miles away, I see at least some kind of plastic bottle trash on the side of the road. Well, we have recycling centers here, so if you collect aluminum, you can just go to a regular recycling center for that. Anyway, so I think that would be good to have. All right, the school ones could probably because it wouldn't necessarily be an accumulation per se. All the kids that had like plastic soda bottles, they just put it in there, and at the end of the day, they could tally it out, and the money can go toward the school for more stuff they might need. So,
All right,
That-
that sounds cool.
so the school ones, all the kids can put their trash in their proper receptacles, and that will donate. That money can go toward upgrading anything that needs upgraded, maybe more sports equipment, whatever, paper, pencils, things that might fall short in the classroom. Although I plan on fixing a lot of that issue when I get the chance, although I can't quite say how per se, because I'm afraid I might not get elected, because if they're able to do what I think they're doing, they might be able to stop me. So I don't want to know I'm coming. So, but that is nonetheless a suggestion. It shows kids a sense of responsibility and doing something that contributes towards their school. So yeah.
No.
So Darius,
Hmm.
what do you guys say about that?
Well, I'm thinking about it from an implementation point of view. I mean, it sounds like a good idea. I just, I don't know how I would make it work. But according to Maura, it already works in Asia.
Yeah. And yeah. So, and besides, there's lots of people who are like walking around and they look hungry or thirsty, and they can collect trash up and go get themselves something to drink. So why not?
I'm just saying, there's a lot of places with these recycling machines around, but would you? What I was trying to say was would you have them say the way they have parking meters, the way they have fire hydrants? Would you just have random ones on the street instead of having to go to stores or something like that?
Oh, I can't. Well, I'm just going to just tie a random one to a tree so someone can try to steal. People have tried stealing ATMs by breaking the window, wrapping a chain around it, and dragging it off of their pickup truck down
People
the street.
have done them.
Yeah.
People have done
And so I would like that not to happen to these machines. So there's convenience stores almost all over the place because they're convenient.
But I'm just
Anyway.
saying that when the machines here, we get the ticket and you have to redeem them at the store. So if it'd be like someone, because I knew people who did this too. They broke into a store and stole a bunch of scratch-off lotto tickets.
That's so dumb because they have to be scanned.
Exactly.
Dumbasses.
That's what I'm saying. When you do dumb shit like that, you're
Sometimes
gonna
the trash takes itself out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're gonna steal something, at least have common sense to do some research.
That's what I'm saying. When someone steals an ATM machine, so I remember that video of someone put a chain around the ATM machine.
Oh,
with
once
their pickup truck.
and a dumpster
Yeah, the
divers can take whatever they want. So yeah, I mean, I'm not encouraging people to go dumpster diving because you don't know what's in there. It could be unsafe. But
Oh, yeah.
if it is something they chose to do, they could probably collect a couple of pounds worth of plastic in a very short amount of time and go get something to eat and drink or
Well,
pack cigarettes or whatever.
I think Nancy's actually telling a personal story. If you look at all of her recent chats. So she was saying, apparently, when I was gone at Club Dead, people had fun in my apartment. Everything was up for grabs.
Oh God.
So pissed right now because they, meaning more than one person, just put my stuff in bags and took the dumpster. Now I thought that was just sort of that was another time because it sounded very related to what you were saying.
Yeah.
But once in
That's insane.
dumpster divers can take what they
See, this
want.
is why I don't like humans. This is why I don't like humans.
Okay, while I was gone to hospital. That's messed up. Oh, oh my God, I just realized what Club Dead meant. I was
I don't.
honestly picturing a goth club.
I was too. I have no idea what that Club Dead means. Sorry.
Wait.
So Nancy, are you saying while you were out, people threw away a
Robert.
bunch of your stuff?
Yeah, it's weird. Why would you throw away someone's stuff? I mean, I don't approve of stealing, but stealing makes way more sense than just gathering up someone's stuff and throwing it in the trash.
I mean,
Like,
I've heard.
Like, what do you have to gain from that? That's just fucking
I mean, I've heard that shit before, but
still weird. Humans are
it
fucking weird.
is. It is.
I'm gonna go get some water.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
wrap my
she's-
head around that one.
She's back. Okay.
Right.
Ooh, back to tell us. Woo!
Yeah, I can't talk loud. That's why I
Why
was
can't you
trying
talk?
to type. Where's Halster? Where's Darth? He
He
poofed.
dropped.
He dropped out.
Did Darth poof?
He dropped.
Well, he said he was dropping
Okay,
out.
he dropped. Okay. Damn it. But that's
Okay.
because I was trying to figure out what the fuck. How the fuck did they do this? So I'm so pissed right now.
I would be too.
So
I don't know.
because
I
I
don't normally
forget
condone
because I have the
violence.
parking in the back. I forget that the cars. I can't see the cars that are parked up front. Okay, so how they hid themselves was they can park up front. I have two windows because I know I got to let it go, you all, but no,
No, not necessarily. I'm Irish.
No,
we hold.
But
a
I know
grudge.
personally, I want like this to be like a boo-hoo Nancy story. No,
No.
this is
No,
more like
your shit got thrown
Fine.
away.
Motherfucker.
Boo-hoo is totally.
Nancy, you
Legit.
came back.
It's legit.
Nancy, you
You
came
have
back.
every right.
what,
Nancy,
but
you
I'm
came
saying
back.
that
Say whatever you gotta say.
because I don't know if I'm on TDY or because I know I keep dropping too. Okay, there's certain
That's all right.
spots in my
A
house.
lot of people do. Sometimes I drop from my own stream, not
Yeah.
by accident. Like
Well,
not
I
on
mean,
purpose. Sometimes I do on purpose.
Sake.
Sometimes I
Well,
don't.
if you can get it all out without dropping, I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I don't want.
Well, she sounds like she's
I
whispering in the
don't want
attic.
the one that's done it looking in my window, listening in or hearing.
Why do
me.
you sound like you're? It sounds like if Anne Frank had a fucking cell phone. Like what's
Because I
going
hold
on?
Hold on.
No, I'm saying like you sound like you're in the attic hiding from people.
What?
You sound like you're in the attic hiding from people. What's wrong? What's going
I'm
on?
whispering because I have to turn my phone down low because I have a very loud voice. And I have to put my headphones on. They have to be certain ones. And they have to
All right.
be-
I'm just
Never
saying-
mind. It's a long story. But
I'm just saying it
anyways,
sounded for a second like you were currently in danger.
hold on. Because I can't hear. I have to put my headphones in. Hold on.
But I'm echoing, and I don't think it's on my end. Now can you hear me?
You
Okay.
can hear me
Now
now?
I'm not echoing. Okay. Why does it sound like you're hiding from people?
Because I am.
For what reason though? Is it
Because-
safety purposes?
Privacy issues.
All right, privacy is one thing. As long as it's not someone, hearing you talking, coming in, screaming, and throwing shit at you, like just.
That would be weird and unnecessary.
I don't know. She came back in whispering. Darius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can barely hear you guys. Okay.
I could hear you.
I could hear you fine.
I'm taking deep breaths right now. Hold on.
Who's in the house that's going to be angry if you're streaming
There's
right now?
nobody in my. Never mind. Nobody's in my house. I'm back home. Okay. So I have very thin walls. I'm back home in Kentucky in my house. It's all cleaned up and everything is fine. But I can't talk as loud as I want to talk, like I usually could talk, because now we have more snitches that have moved in while I was gone. Okay. And there are lurkers. They're one of them ones that like to look around people's windows and listen into conversations. So
What
I
about
don't want them to hear what I'm saying.
About what though? Like
Well,
what grudge do they have against you? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll
I
admit
asked.
I'm very confused, but
I'm a bit too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit confused. Anywho, Optic Racer. Wait, why are you gonna join? You can go. Oh, are you gonna do the Linda Carter avatar again? Is that what you're gonna do? Oh,
She might
Yeah.
live in She might live in an apartment with thin walls.
I know, but she shouldn't.
That's the only other guess I have. If she doesn't have roommates, but people could hear her, it could be people, her neighbors, and she might have issues with her neighbors. That's very common in general.
Nancy. If
Oh, I need to let the cat.
if you're gonna disturb your roommates, it's okay. I'd rather you not sound like you're getting held at gunpoint. That you could chill in the chat. I don't want to. It's actually. I don't know. It was weird to hear someone on my stream sounding like they were actually in harm. And I don't mean to laugh about that in a humorous way. It's just, okay. Nancy, I hope you're okay.
yeah, I hope so too. It's making me kind of nervous.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I don't know.
Well, Nancy, if you're still listening, I hope you're all right.
And Darth Hasser, I hope you're all right too.
Is Optic Racer going to come through?
I think so. Okay, Nancy's back.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now I have to not even look at chat. Okay, so I can't look at chat at all right now because I only
Okay,
have my phone.
That's the Nancy voice I want to hear. I don't hear I don't want to hear
Okay.
you you have,
Okay, okay.
knife
But
on
I
your throat.
can't read the chat at all because
Okay,
if I do that, then I can't talk at the same
I got
time.
I got you.
Okay. Okay.
I just
Yeah,
don't want to hear you
so
sound like
everything
you're
is.
held hostage.
I am not happy. I'm a very pissed off person right now. So apparently,
All right. Wait.
okay, I was
Optic Racer.
gone.
Hello. Optic Racer. How you doing, Optic Racer?
Why
mean,
am I?
oh,
Why am I
Mallow.
getting like 4 different people?
Well, Optic Racer. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
How
How
are
you doing,
guys?
Optic Racer? Yeah, doing okay. I was expecting another Linda Carter avatar. when you came through.
No, man, not this time.
Oh, thanks for coming through, though. I finally got you to come through on a stream I'm doing.
Oh wait, no fucking way.
Yep.
Noise.
Yeah, I'm actually using the cell phone again, so I can see you guys very, very small.
Hey, that's a nice
Yeah.
lamp.
StreamYards on a phone sucks.
Yeah, it really does. And who's got a nice lamp?
Oh, I know Nancy.
Avatar. Make what's his name? Avatar bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
It's like a Tiffany's
you'll
lamp.
see his name a lot.
Oh,
Well, not
okay.
not this name, but
It's very pretty.
he's a good friend.
He's a cool dude if he changes his avatar more than me.
Nancy, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Hey, bien, bien. You?
Oh, you speak Spanish.
No, un poquito español.
Speaks very
Very
little
good.
Spanish. Ooh, I got another good one. Let me write that down.
Are you gonna say that in your?
Wait, hold on, I need my juice.
I speak un poquito español. Is that what you're gonna say in part of your run for governor?
No.
We'll
I
say,
can't
¿dónde
do anything about the
están
national
los
news,
baños?
but if the local news here reports a story that is inflammatory without proper research and evidence, they can face heavy penalties.
Ooh, I like that one. Hey, more. I got an even better one. That warning labels on toxic chemicals, right? Like spray paint cans and stuff like that, need to be a little big with skull and crossbone. Seriously.
Oh, you
'Cause
mean the
I
way
almost
they
spray paint my face the other day.
That sounds like user error, sweetie. Darn it.
Yeah,
don't
but you know when you can't see, okay, you have a very limited eyesight.
Has
So you
anyone?
keep your spray paint next to your hairspray?
No, I don't. But
No,
I'm
she
just
said it
saying.
should have the skull and crossbones on it.
Yeah, and like illuminate it or something, and then that way, when you go to use your spray can, right? And there's nothing to spray. Okay. That stuff is toxic. I didn't know
it's
that.
toxic,
I didn't know that people
unless
go
the
around
company, unless that spray
friggin'
paint is made in
using that
Oklahoma,
to get high either. So this is why I'm pissed. All my stuff I have in departments. Like I have like all my art stuff. I have an art department, okay, in my home. And if I have my spray paints, right? And I'm going to go outside because I'm not a dick and I'm not going to spray paint in my fucking house.
Wait, you don't go out on the street tagging, Nancy? You don't tag
Not
up
anymore.
V-Star?
They've been up for Lent. You know that. We discussed that last time.
Big ass
No, but
pieces.
seriously, because I
big
was
ass
so
pieces,
mad.
Like you used to get those big ass.
No, but
graffiti.
somebody tagged me in my sleep last night, and I want to know who laid hands on my body when I told them not to.
What?
How many suspects are there?
Mm.
What?
A ghost.
It's like the out of the Mummy. I'm sorry. I was just like, when she's standing there and she's smudged, and he knew, and somebody else touched her. This temple is no longer, or whatever. Anyways, I've had too much spray paint today. If you know what I mean. Fuck's sake. This dude that lives here now took
Oh, wait,
my area. Listen,
we have another
listen,
entrance
Linda.
to the
Linda,
Coliseum.
listen.
Another entrance to the Coliseum.
It
Wait,
can
nah,
cause
stop,
you to fucking
I'm-
pass out and shit. It can cause all.
Hello,
ever-
JJ.
What's up, JJ?
Hey, JJ. Woo! You can't just keep taking my stuff, man. No. Just kidding.
What's up? I figured that was you. I had to look at the name real close. I figured that was you, Darius, but I was like, how the fuck do you even pronounce that shit?
Instead of Ric Flair, it's Flarius Rickchosen.
Yeah, thank you, Mara. Hi, darling. How you doing?
Doing all right. I'm working on different
wait.
bills and laws and stuff that I'm going to change.
Wait, JJ.
Oh.
We also have a familiar person here with us. You may not recognize the name.
Well, yeah, because I was looking. Trust me, I've been lurking. I'm like, I don't know who this person was, and like I said, I didn't know who Darius was either until I paid real close attention to the name. I'm like, Rick Chowson. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's fucking Darius. Damn. Yeah, Malo. Familiar, but don't know the
No,
name. I'm sorry.
JJ, how are you, man?
I know that. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Who the fuck are you?
Look in the chat. Look in the
Right?
chat.
Doesn't El Malo mean the bad one?
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's right.
You don't
I'm
have
sorry. It's escaping me, man. I'm lost right now.
You don't have no Twitter, but he's always around.
Just look in the chat. Look in the chat for a similar avatar.
Now you want
Okay.
me to work again? What's
L-
wrong?
all right,
Oh,
L-
oh. What's up, Optic? How you doing?
There you go.
Oh,
All right.
why you
so
gonna dock?
I got my local news thing. So here's what I got. Local news must make sure, because I can't do anything about national news, must make sure any story they print or broadcast is properly researched and reported or will face penalties at a minimum of $10,000 fine.
Wow.
I can't stop fake news all over the nation, but God help the stations here if they decide to slander or fuck up something and cause someone a lot of problems because they
Boyda,
didn't
let me
do their
ask
job
you.
correctly.
Let me ask you, Miguel. What about talking about serious issues? What about people that, as it often happens in neighborhoods, they put the music too loud, something like that. I know that in the state there are very hefty penalties, I believe, for stuff like that. What about dogs barking, etc.?
That's not so much a governor issue. It's more of a city council and mayor situation,
Oh,
which would be like a governor of a town instead of an entire state. So different cities will have different ordinances. So as long as they're not, as long as they're not breaking the Constitution, they kind of can run that. They can micromanage that however they see fit. I mean, if they get out of line and they become too tyrannical, obviously the governor would have to step in and be like, hey, breaking the Constitution here. But that's a city ordinance, and that's up to like the city council and mayors to handle.
right.
Where do horses come into play with that?
Horses.
You said mares.
Literally, nobody was talking about horses. I think he was talking about music being played too loud and such.
Well, you said mares.
You're
Mares.
Ba-dum.
different spelling.
Oh, my bad. Well, you know me. I love to split hairs.
Dun dun again.
What? I wasn't trying. Wow, man, I'm getting these looks like just shut the fuck up. And I'm like,
No.
how you doing, Optic?
Oh, very good, man. I actually went on a hike today, inspired by Moria's friend that yesterday, Dandelion, I believe her name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her. She was saying that she hikes like
Getting divorced, actually.
8 miles a day or a week.
Yeah.
In,
Yeah, she's our hiker.
yeah. I went on a similar hike today, and I was like, "Oh my god, what the hell did I do?"
Bro, I'm gonna tell you what, man. She'll tell you flat out. She does not own a TV. If she watches any shows, it's because of, I think she said, her brother, which was upstairs from her, because he's got these streaming accounts, but she doesn't even own a TV. She watched all this shit on her computer most of the time, so she's pretty nature oriented.
That's
You know,
fantastic.
she loves hiking. She loves I love hiking too, but I just don't like physically doing it. I love the
Do you like the idea of hiking?
No, I love the scenery, dude. I'm all about the greenery and nice waterfalls and mountaintops and stuff like that. I love the scenery.
I enjoy the idea of mountain climbing as opposed to actually mountain climbing.
Just think about it. Just think about it for a second, Slasher. How far are you from the ocean?
Not very far.
Okay, so basically you live on the water for the most part.
Pretty much.
Okay, so you live around the water. Doesn't mean you're out in a boat every fucking day.
No.
You're swimming in it every day. You see what I'm saying? I love the water. Born and raised around it, man. I'm 15, 20 minutes from the Atlantic.
Oh no,
Ocean.
I enjoy the water too.
Yeah,
I enjoy the water, just not around here.
But I love the country.
The water,
I love mountains.
the water here is not good. Like
Yeah.
going
Oh, I know.
down
Same
the
here.
block from me in this particular area where I'm at, unless I want to swim around and waste. And
Bruh, our main river that comes out of the ocean and goes all the way through town and goes almost down to Orlando. It's the St. Johns River. Is brown and nasty looking and just you don't even want to get in it. But
no, we got that more green sewery looking water.
Yeah. I went to Panama City Beach last month and the water was blue and beautiful. I'm like, oh my god, I'm in love.
I've never ever seen that in person.
It
I
is
wish I
beautiful,
could
man.
see that in person, where the water is crystal clear blue.
Well, it wasn't crystal clear because of how close to the beach it was. You could see the sand being stirred up, but you could tell it was blue, not green. And I'm like, this is absolutely gorgeous. I was almost jealous of it.
Nancy dropped.
But, mountains, trees, trails, waterfalls, rock formations, whatever. I love it all. It's just, I've never been the physical person ever. Even in my prime, I never was a hiker. But I love it. I love the way it looks. I love scenery. I guess you might want to call me an admirer from afar.
That's the same thing. I mean, I did also, when I was a kid, I was always, trekking through the woods and shit.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Find some weird shit in the woods.
Mm-hmm. And people get on to me when I say this, but I've let it be known. I'm not a book person. Never have been. I can count on one hand how many books I've read in my life. As a kid, I wanted to get out. I wanted to be in it. I wanted to live it. You know, you go out and play, man. Go in the woods, got the front yard, the backyard, wherever. You know, I wanted to be a part of the story, not just sitting back reading it. That's just me. I always loved the physical aspect of it, not the imaginatory aspect of it. Now, I ain't got nothing against books, don't get me wrong, but I'm not the one to be sitting there just reading. You know, I don't want to look like a moron all the time. I love you, baby. I'm just fucking with you.
If you sit there reading us.
I'm writing out possible things to make Oklahoma better. Don't give me shit.
Hey, come on, darling. Come on. I'm messing with you. I do that every fucking night down there as of late. You ought to know this by now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Hey, you know, I was trying to advertise for Moira today. I was telling people about her TikTok.
And they accidentally know about Tim Possible instead.
Well, yeah, I was like, I know 2 people on TikTok. I'm not trying to get on TikTok, but here's the 2 people I know who are. One's running for governor of Oklahoma. She's pretty cool. She's got a tongue ring. And then this guy that dresses up like Kylo Ren. She's like, oh, I've seen him. Like, oh.
Fucking figures.
Yeah, she's seen Tim. Like, yeah, recently he started adding the scar on his face, like in the movie. She's like, oh, yeah, I've
he's
seen
been
him.
doing
You know
that.
what? Look, I wish you would stop doing that.
I told him to use a more fine point eyeliner. It would be more accurate than the charcoal smudge he does. I don't
Damn.
care if you're listening. I gave you this advice like 3 weeks ago.
You know what? I personally think he'd make a good Nightwing.
Isn't he already doing that?
That's what I'm saying. I seen his shit on Twitter. He's posting these things and him as Nightwing.
Well, you
He's
know,
got the
I-
black around his eyes.
All he has to do is like if he's gonna do Nightwing, I'd say he put his hair back in a ponytail. But he'd be a good Nightwing. I would definitely say that.
yeah, but
He has how did he get that costume? How the fuck did he get that Nightwing?
Okay, he ordered that shit.
That shit looks like that, like it would be in a movie. Is good job getting that. All he needs is a mess, like because he's paint. Isn't he doing like the things around his eyes as Nightwing? Nightwing needs the mask.
Mhm.
It's not Nightwing without the mask.
I agree with that. I mean, it should be that hard to get a mask if he's got the rest of the costume. I mean, the mask
JJ, you
is
know
the mask.
Nightwing. Don't tell me you don't know him.
He
Nightwing.
has a
Yeah.
mask. He has a mask.
Nightwing is Dick Grayson, man.
Of course.
Hell yeah! Woo!
There we go. I'll give him a woo too.
Oh, Optic Racer. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't woo right when you came in. I was trying to keep quiet for Nancy. I didn't want to blow out her eardrum.
Nancy kept dropping in and out. She might be back. I don't know. I just didn't like when she was whispering in her attic, like she was. It was fucking Jodie Foster. What the hell is that shit?
Panic room.
Freaking Friday.
Yeah, there you go. More had it.
No, panic room, what?
Panic room, yeah. Anyway, what movies anyone watched recently? Hey, El
Recently?
Malo. El Malo. Since El Malo is the very first time I get to talk to El Malo here. I want to let El Malo have
What?
the floor.
I've talked to Austin before, and I know you have too. Where the hell you been at? Under a rock?
Only one other time. Not in chat, bro. I'm talking about on a stream.
That's what I'm saying. On a stream. This is not my first time talking to him.
This is my second time.
You just said it was your first time. Make up your mind, bro.
On my stream, but on a stream,
Oh,
this is the second time.
You just being
JJ,
difficult, bro.
you like. I know, because you like to get into semantics, so I'm throwing it back at you. Anywho, JJ,
I just watched the original Beverly Hills Cop the other day, man. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
how good of a movie that was.
Fantastic movie, man.
I loved it. I'm gonna watch part 2 here in the next day or two. And I love
bought it, or-
Eddie Murphy. Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Did you
Okay, I
watch
watched. JJ,
What?
you bought it?
No. It's on HBO Max.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
There's another one on there, man, that I own that I haven't seen in years because I have to dig it out. Gina Davis is in it and Samuel L. Jackson in it. It's called The Long
The
Kiss.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, same.
I love that movie.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it since the first time I've seen it.
Wow.
I've seen it like 3 times over the years.
I love that movie.
That's alright.
Oh, this movie that Mike keeps telling me to see, the fucking Bridget Fonda one. Oh,
No
what the
Escape.
fuck is that?
Barbarella.
Point of no Bridget Fonda. Point of no
the-
return.
Yeah, Point of
Point
No
of
Return.
no-
Oh yeah, I think
That is a great movie. I love that movie. I still want to buy that one. I love that movie. Yeah, she is awesome. And for the part she plays, she's fucking hot too.
Bridget Fonda had her window,
Yeah.
and Nancy's back. Back again.
That beneficial. You're good for more.
Welcome back, Nancy.
I'll always be watching.
Oh, Vigilante Williamson, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Meow meow.
Oh, he's back in the chat. I sent him the link. But sent him the link like 2 hours ago.
Sorry, man. Gotta wait your turn. We're kind of full up.
Well, he might be doing what I do a couple times
Alright,
a week.
wait. Caligula.
You can have my spot. I'm
Right.
dying and I don't know where the charger is.
Caligula, I always hear how fucked up this movie is, and I don't want to see it. It's kind of like
No,
Last.
thank you.
It's
No.
kind of like Last Tango in Paris. I hear that movie's fucked up. I don't want to see it.
This is
I've
a
seen
different
that one.
level of fucked up.
Well, it's got to be better than Undefeatable.
Yeah, but I don't know. Undefeatable didn't have like. All right, JJ, if you want to look up things, look up Caligula and just read things about that
Do
movie.
not look at don't look for video and don't look for it on Pornhub.
What about Pornhub?
Nothing, dear.
Well, I'm still looking on Pornhub and haven't found anything too interesting yet.
Alright.
Caligula. You'll probably find the full movie of Caligula on Pornhub.
Caligula, hang on. Let me
He said, "Let me cue it up."
well, you know me. I love my movies. I got no problem looking to see if something I can find. You know, because just like you, Slasher, you got my Voodoo account. That's exactly where I look every time.
I know, but I don't want to fucking. I don't want to fucking swamp your account if I'm watching movies left to right. I don't want to do that shit.
Dude, that's what it's there for. They're there to watch. And yes, if you're in there watching a movie and I go in and I want to watch a movie, ain't nothing gonna get fucked up.
Okay, all right.
Vigilante said he hasn't seen A Clockwork Orange for the same reason.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
That's 3 levels of fucked up.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I don't like that movie.
I do really like that movie, but I totally understand why some people would just not want to watch it.
See, that's a movie that like I don't know if I like it or don't. It's like
You probably don't. If you like something, you know you do.
No, but it was like I would say it's worth watching at least once.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean it's good and it's
Just follow me,
imaginative
I'll
and
show
very
you.
poignant. But it also like if any movies are gonna get trigger warnings, that would be one of the first.
Oh,
All 3 of
absolutely.
these movies that have been recently listed should have trigger warnings.
Okay, the only thing
Yeah.
that Voodoo has, it shows a big picture of looks like a great white shark on the front of it. Anthony Jeselnik Caligula. That's the only thing I can find on it.
The
But
one we
It's probably
one
a
we talking about
stand-up
has
bit.
Roddy McDowell or Andy McDowell.
Yeah, I think it's Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. I knew it
was
was one of the
in
Alright, hang
McDowell.
on.
Gorin.
hang on. I'm just saying Voodoo don't have it, so I'm looking on Google.
I know Anthony Jeselnik is a stand-up. That was one
Yeah.
of his fucking names for his stand-up.
Yeah, he said it's probably like a stand-up routine or a bit about Caligula. New Bomb Turk said it's not that bad. I think he's still talking about Caligula. It's not that bad. It's just that Bob Guccione overstepped his bounds and reshot a bunch of the movie to add the explicit sex scenes. I did hear about that. And I think he hired real professionals, if you know what I mean. Let me double check that.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Yes. Stallone was in a porn movie. He wasn't. I mean, I think he showed his dick, but he wasn't fucking. Like, there were people fucking in the movie. The Italian Stallion.
Gee, I wonder why he got that name.
No.
When you're moving out of the Bronx.
They made
Hey, yo.
they named that movie after like, because it was a way after Rocky, where they decided to cash in on it. He did it before Rocky.
And I'm gonna tell you what, man, it's off the wall and fucking out there. He did one with Dolly Parton called Rhinestone.
That was one of his first failures, right?
Rhinestone or Rhinestone Cowboy.
Rhinestone. He's trying to be a country singer.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah, it was one of his first failures, wasn't it? When he first made a name for himself.
And also, after Clint Eastwood has had a lot of great movies, but he did one back in the day, and I think it was in the it was in the late 70s, if not 1980. It was called Bronco Billy.
Oh my god, I hate that stupid ass movie.
I love that movie, but I was a kid when I seen it.
1980. Directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yep.
Bronco Billy, what's that about?
It's about basically a washed up circus act. Bronco Billy.
Is that one of the
Yeah.
first movies he directed?
It's one of the movies he's in there with that blonde chick.
Sandra Locke?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Sandra
yeah.
Locke. She seemed like she was in everything back then.
Wasn't
That's
she
what
his
he was doing
wife?
her back then.
Well, I'm saying, wasn't she his wife, or at least,
Yeah,
Is-
yeah, they
Girl.
were together. They were together for quite a while.
I'd have done her back then.
No.
it was like
Running down.
Bronson and his wife. Like, Bronson always put his wife in movies.
Ooh, got the sexy PJs on. Look at you.
Las payamitas ahí.
What the fuck did you just say?
Uh-oh.
Las payamitas. The pajamas.
Okay. Spanish, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, JJ, you reminded me of The Gauntlet, which she's also in with Clint.
The what? The what?
The
The
Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet.
Never heard of or seen it.
That's cool.
But another
Wait,
one.
isn't that
Another.
medieval shit where they're gonna try to run through the thing not to get hit?
What?
Well, like,
Oh, they were just. I knew they were running the gauntlet. Maybe that's what they were.
no, wait. I saw the end of this movie where he's like driving the truck through everything, or whatever.
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck
the one.
it was.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got her in the truck with him. I saw the end of this movie. I wish I could have seen it from the beginning.
Yeah, he's a cop sent to Las Vegas from Arizona to get this girl, a prisoner, and that's Sandra. And she tells him that there's a bunch of mafia guys wanting to take her out or something. And man, that the movie has some very explicit parts, by the way.
Oh, and she was in the
hardcore.
first version of Willard too. The very first.
Oh, yeah. I
Willard.
forgot that was a remake.
Sandra Locke.
Now, let me ask you this. They kind of did, I call it a half-ass remake of it, but Eastwood did another movie back in 80, 81, I think it was, maybe 82. Firefox.
Oh, I
yeah.
never saw that one. That was JJ.
So
You
good.
know how I say this. There were movies I used to see on the VHS shelf, but I never watched.
Yeah. And they made a close thing to it. You know, it was a different storyline, but it was about an advanced aircraft. It was called Stealth.
I've seen Stealth.
I like Stealth. I actually like that movie.
Yeah, it had AI on it.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Was that a late '90s or early 2000s?
Early 2000s, man.
Yeah.
It had
Early 2000s.
It sounds familiar.
2000
had,
something.
it had Jamie Lee Foxx in it. It had
Jessica,
Not
Jessica Biel.
Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Foxx.
Jessica Biel.
It's just
Uh,
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, it was Jamie Foxx, Jessica Biel, Josh Lucas, Sam Shepard.
Yeah, Josh Lucas. Yeah. Yeah, I actually like that movie. For as cheesy as it was, I liked it.
No, bro, JJ, Firefox is a very good thriller, man. Very, very good.
Yeah, I watched that when I was a kid, dude, and I watch it again to this day if I can find it. I own it, but like I said, I'm not about to go dig that shit
But
out.
let me ask you guys. I saw at a friend's house a couple of years back a couple of movies, so Clint Eastwood movies that I never seen that are like comedies. Any which way, but any which way.
Is that the one with him and the fucking
Any which way but loose and every which way you
Uh-huh.
can.
the ones
Yes,
with
I
him,
know.
the ones with him and the monkey, right?
Yes.
Right turn, Clyde.
I never saw those movies.
Yeah.
Oddly, I did, and you can blame my dad for that.
I never saw those movies, but they used to
Although,
show the
one
commercials.
of those movies, there's this the biker gang that's after them, and this little old lady is sitting on a porch. Turns out, little old lady who looks like she's 80 is armed. They come up to give her a shit, and she whips out this big ass shotgun as big as her, fires at him, goes, "Shame on you for trying to come after a defenseless little old lady," and she's fucking boom, boom, like helpless my ass. Like that shit was funny as fuck.
Moira Slasher will love those films. They're so good, funny,
They're so
action.
bad that you would enjoy it. Yeah.
I'd watch them. Listen,
Yep.
it wasn't.
Only
It
one
wasn't
way to find
until-
out.
It wasn't until like the 2000s where I saw the Bad News Bears. I was like, holy shit! I wish
That
I
is
would have seen this
terrible.
movie as a kid. The Bad News Bears, the '70s Bad News Bears. Fuck
Yeah,
that! That movie's
Any of them,
fucking.
I'm sure.
I love that movie. The '70s Bad News Bears. Hell yes.
Weirdo.
Slasher, this is going back
I
to
feel like any kind of
Walter
trash
Walter
is
Walter Matthau was the fucking man. Fuck that shit. I
Well,
love
like-
Walter Matthau.
Let me ask you guys, because this is a great situation, because the Bad News Bears I saw it recently, well, actually like a year ago on Netflix at a friend's house, and I was shocked by the language used by the kids. I was like, what the fuck?
And the kids are cursing their heads off.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
It was like,
god, it's awesome. I love it. It's awesome.
But
Because this was me and my friends when our parents weren't around and we're all hanging out with each other. That's exactly what it was.
But let me ask you, friends, what about on a similar vein of thought, ¿cómo se llama? 48 Hours, with Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, of course.
Yes.
Great film, of course. Great music.
Yes.
Very
Oh,
famous.
the language. The language.
Back when Nick Nolte,
What?
back when Nick Nolte
Like-
was still an actor.
But also certain things that are said in 48 hours are
Yeah, man. I was like, they will never make that movie will never be made nowadays, right?
no. Well, Full Metal Jacket.
Bird of Prey
Oh,
5 just did. Bird of Prey 5 just did a Saturday cinema on that movie today.
Oh,
But
nice.
just listen to the language said in Full Metal Jacket.
Yep.
You can't make that.
But Slasher, the movies we're talking about, the time we're talking about, this still falls in. You're familiar with it, man, because it's going to be happening soon. Retro
Where
discussions,
you
man.
have to
Back when-
buy up the physical media. Where you
No,
actually
no.
have to get the DVD.
retro discussions, man. Back
Yeah.
when media was good or great.
Yeah. Yeah.
late 70s, 80s, 90s, even some of the early 2000s,
Yeah.
compared to what we're getting now. Man. This is back
I-
when entertainment was great.
Guess
I'd say my cutoff for enjoyment of everything was mid 2000s. I'd say mid 2000s. Music, and yeah, I blame Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy was kind of the guy who kind of killed music. Yeah, I blame Puff Daddy. Once Puff Daddy got popular, music really, like all sorts of music, not just rap, but all sorts of music across the board just took a nosedive.
Well, I can tell you
Well-
stop listening because he changed his name to P Diddy.
Right.
And I still called him Puff Daddy after that because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but it also
Well-
sounds so silly.
Darius, I'm putting you on the spot, bro, because we're streaming. I'm gonna officially extend the invite when Tommy starts streaming again, and he does another retro discussions. If you want in, because I know we all have our own point in history where we love movies, music, games, books, TV. Retro discussions. That's what it's about. It's about all forms of media back then. If you want to come on and talk some of your memories, man, you're more than welcome.
Sure. Well, thank you. I mean, it'll depend on the time, and there's still a lot of stuff I haven't seen.
That's fine. There's still a lot of stuff I haven't seen. But I love movies.
Actually, Darius, the point of this retro discussion thing was that you can pick any sort of topic you want to talk about, whether it's an individual topic or not. Like, say you like G.I. Joe figures, you pick G.I. Joe figures, and that's going to be your topic
Right.
of
Mhm.
the round table.
Mine was Star Wars toys. My first time on there because that's what I grew up with. We all have the things we love when we were kids, whether no matter what form of media it is. Atari video games, NES video games, Airwolf,
say
Knight
you like
Rider, TV shows.
Say you like Spawn, Darius. Your whole topic could be Spawn and what got you into Spawn and what you like about Spawn, shit like that.
and
It's-
slasher. When we start doing this again, for God's sake, stay away from the wrestling.
I already talked about first of all, JJ, I could throw that back in your face because how many goddamn times you came on there and said you don't have a discussion ready to talk about. You did that mad time. Every time I came in there, I had one particular discussion to talk about. You came in there like 2 or 3 times. You were like, I don't know what to do.
Well, you got to stop and think, bro. I was fried when I got in there.
Exactly.
And I needed a minute to think about it. And besides,
So
you
don't-
guys were talking
don't-
about all
don't
kinds
fault
of great
me, man.
stuff.
So don't fault me.
But dude, man, you
I
got
still-
man,
I still have more stuff to talk about. Also, I didn't
Darius.
expect everyone to get into a 4-hour. Everyone seemed to drag it into a 4-hour topic about wrestling. I didn't know how that happened.
well, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say because Tommy streams usually lasted 3 or 4 hours, but an hour and a half of that was fucking wrestling.
But
Oh
Al
my-
wasn't the only one talking about. Everyone else started talking about wrestling more than I did.
Not me. I don't know that much
I know
about
you
it.
did.
Adios approves.
By the way, everyone seems to think wrestling's my favorite thing. That's not my favorite thing. Movies are my favorite thing. Movies is my number one thing. Movies.
And Night of the
Movies,
Comets, your number
movies,
one
movies.
movie?
No, you know my goddamn.
I know. I'm kidding. I know you're number one.
Army of
be-
the Dead is his
don't be-
favorite.
Oh God. No, JJ. No,
I can't remember all your top 5, but I
No,
can remember your
JJ.
number one.
JJ, it's undefeatable. JJ, it's really
I-
undefeatable. Undefeatable.
God,
is my
I hope
favorite.
not. I hope not.
Yeah. Oh God, I gotta send you two. All right, Darius and Optic. I gotta send you the link for Undefeatable, so you can see this masterpiece.
On the what?
Yeah.
No.
What's
No.
that?
No. Don't. No. 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 I've seen some cheesy shit and some bad shit in my time. Okay. No.
Yo,
No.
JJ, have you ever seen a movie where Billy Blanks is the main star of it?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes, fucking Tybo guy, Billy Blanks.
Nope.
Nice. Billy Blanks como el what?
Yeah, yeah, he was a straight to VHS martial arts, quote unquote star.
Made an assload of money off Tybo or whatever it
He
is.
probably made more money off of Tybo than he had to have made more money off of Tybo than he ever made off his straight to VHS movies.
Damn.
But let me ask you, Dio, let me tell you, friends, Darius, Munchausen, Slasher, JJ, and Moya, I know that you'll agree that there's so many great movies on cover still by all of us, actually, 70s, 80s. The one that I sent you, Slasher, the Friday Night Part 2 from 1988, that movie, I was so surprised. I found it on YouTube. I never seen it. And it's so
Okay.
good, man.
I said this to Moira and she totally forgot about this.
Yeah, not my thing. I'm not a horror person.
He
No,
did a Moira did a watch party of Fright Night 2. I don't think she even remembers.
She did. But for the original version,
Oh, well, okay, wait, there was, for some reason, she was able to show House 1 and 2.
That's because literally nobody gives a shit, especially about House 2.
And then the next one she did was Fright Night 2.
Moya, the original version.
Like, what do you mean real version, though? The one on YouTube?
No, it's like the original version, the 1988 version.
Of Fright Night 2?
Yes.
Friday Night 2 came out in like 88 or 89.
Oh, welcome back, Nancy. We're talking about movies.
Yeah.
Also, so you saw it already. That's fantastic.
Wait,
Yeah, JJ.
yeah.
It had the same kid from the first one, right?
Right.
And the old guy ended up helping him.
Oh, yeah, Roddy McDowell.
Right.
There's a lot of McDowell's running around.
Wow.
You know, JJ, that's not straight horror. That's like horror / comedy adventure. That it's like a video game,
Yeah,
if you
but-
will.
To me, it's not my thing, man. To me, when it comes to horror, I say classic horror like Freddy or Pinhead. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care for Michael. I don't care for I don't care for the Halloween or the Friday the 13th. I don't like none of that shit. I even got in there for a brief moment. Phantasm. I thought that was actually a pretty good series up until the third one.
I didn't know they made a third of that. Holy shit.
No, they made like 5 of them bitches.
5.
Oh, probably
Yeah,
most of it straight to VHS, right?
Yeah, probably.
I
But
only remember
it's-
Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah,
No, I never saw that.
dude, Phantasm is the story of the tall man. He's got these 3 silver balls that
Yeah,
fly around and they got these. Oh, for real, Darius, check it out. When they kill you, these silver balls are about softball size.
JJ,
They fly around. When they're about to kill you, okay, 2 blades come out and it sticks right into your forehead. Then, out of the bottom of the ball is a drill bit. It starts drilling your brains out and it sucks it out the back of it.
Oh my god, dude!
Yo,
Yeah.
JJ, you ever seen I Come in Peace with Dolph
Yes.
Lundgren?
Yes. I'm looking for that on Blu-ray right now, dude. I
Remember when
want that movie. I love it.
How the alien was taking the brain fluid and making drugs.
Basically, it was like alien heroin out of brain.
Yeah.
Out of brain fluid. Yeah. He's like, I come in peace. You go in pieces.
That movie is so cheesy, but I love it. It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
razor blade sharp CDs flying around and shit. It's just crazy.
Yeah, he has the Razor Blade CD. You don't know these movies? Darius, Optic. I Come in Peace. You got it. I know Optic got to know this movie.
JJ
got
just
it.
said a couple of mentioned that actually there's like a 40 coin that I can make, but I haven't seen that one. I know of that one, but let me ask you about a movie called The Heathen.
Never heard of it.
Never
Yeah,
heard
with the guy from Dune and some other guy.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, Twin Peaks guy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, he was also in Showgirls.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
How can you forget about Showgirls?
Isn't that another Paul Verhoeven movie?
Yeah. He wrote it. Yeah, absolutely.
I love Showgirls. There's titties in it.
Yeah, there are. And the girl was
No,
from what? Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
Jesse Spano. Jesse Spano
Yeah.
from Saved by the Bell.
And the character is very good, man. That movie is very trippy, very entertaining.
And she showed Bush. That was back when Bush
Yeah.
was kind of still in style. Oh, she had light Bush.
And she was kind of blacklisted by the Hollywood hype.
Oh, that murdered her career. That was a nail in the coffin of her career. She thought she was gonna fly high from that,
She thought she was gonna pull a Sharon Stone.
and it didn't work out. Sharon Stone was like, "All right, I'm gonna stop getting naked in movies."
Because Paul Verhoeven did that for her, right? In Basic
Basic
Instinct.
Instinct.
Yeah. And she was like, "No, I don't want to do that." And he's like, "Sharon, this shot will make you a star." And it did.
It
It
did.
worked for her.
It really did. Oh, she was giving everybody like a little tease and Total Recall.
Dude, Sharon Stone, Total Recall.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, wait. Let me tell you guys. I saw a friend of mine has the Magnum PI video collection, and he loaned me some for the present global state situation. Season 4, I believe, and Sharon Stone plays a character that is the same, pretty much the same one that she plays on Basic Instinct. I was like, what?
what was the name of the movie?
No, the series, the Magnum PI TV series. The
Oh,
original.
Magnum PI.
I
Yeah, my
saw
grandma
her.
used to love Magnum PI.
I saw her on an episode.
I only watched it for the Ferrari.
I saw her on an episode of Silver Spoons.
She was
Oh,
on Silver
wow.
Spoons?
Yep, she
With
was on
Ricky
an
Schroeder?
episode of Silver Spoons. Yep. Yeah, she was.
I wonder because I'm looking up I Come in Peace right now, and they're showing a Blu-ray of it, but it's called Dark Angel.
Dark Ain't. They changed the name of that movie for some reason. When you look for it,
So it's the same thing, though.
yes, it's the same exact movie, but for some reason they changed the name of it.
Hell
Wait,
yeah,
more than-
$10 more.
$10 for the movie on eBay,
No, from Walmart.
Walmart.com.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at.
I was actually at Walmart today and I bought this DVD that has Silverado and what's this? The Quick and the Dead for $3.74. So I said, okay, let me grab this.
Oh, from the bin?
Mm,
Like
not from
Walmart
the
has a
bin,
big
but
old
from
bin
the-
full of DVDs for
Yeah.
like, it used to be $5
Oh, yeah.
DVDs and now
Yeah,
it's like
man.
$3.50.
Wait,
Yeah.
was the Quick and the Dead the Sharon Stone
Yeah,
cowgirl movie? Is that what that was?
yeah,
yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Pues sí, ¿qué más está aquí?
Wait, right. What was the
Oh,
one with?
yeah.
What was the one with fucking? Where it was they were like, it was almost around the same time span where they were the brothel workers, and it was like Madeline Stowe,
Bad Girls.
Drew Barrymore. Okay, yes, okay, there you go. I always kind of confused those two movies.
Madeline Stowe is not a name we hear much anymore.
No, and she was in a lot of shit back in the day. And she wasn't bad looking either.
So in The Quick and the Dead, Sharon Stone was like this tough, country broad who could whip all the men, kind of like Moira.
I appreciate the confidence you have in me.
I wouldn't stand up to you. I wouldn't stand up to you.
I wouldn't give you a reason to.
I'd lay down real quick because I can't do it. Just beat my ass. All right, you got me. I'm on the ground.
I'm gonna beat somebody if they've not done anything to me.
So,
I ain't even trying to be giggity about it. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna give her a chance. All right, you win. I'm done.
JJ would also be like,
hold on. What is your plan for funding your campaign? I'm hoping People's Mercy.
JJ would also be like, I'm too fried to fight back.
No, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude.
We need to fix my printer. My printer's not working.
Just
so
kick me
that's a
off
big
on the
problem right there.
if I'm in danger, I will break every bone in my body to defend myself. But when it comes to a woman, fuck you. I'm laying down. I'm done. You beat my ass. I don't care.
No, that is so
What if a woman attacks you with a baseball bat? Are you just gonna be like, "Hey, stop hitting me with that baseball bat"? Is that where you're gonna be?
Well, that's when you gotta
have the right to defend yourself. Okay.
If a woman attacks you with a knife,
I don't give a fuck.
What about a cricket
I don't give a
bat?
fuck if it is a woman. If you're unarmed, she's armed, and you're
Listen,
under attack, you have the right to do, at the very least, do the very bare minimum to protect yourself.
I hit a woman once, and I've regretted it ever since.
Hey, listen, JJ, I'm gonna tell you this much from my experience this year, growing up. I grew up with a sister that was fucking 8 years older than me. 8 years older than me. That used to bully me, and I used to get into physical scraps with her. So, I guess I grew up knowing what it was fighting with women. If you could say that much.
I mean, you do at least do the bare minimum to protect yourself. I'm not saying you have to curb stomp her, but
I'm just talking about that.
You have a right to live and survive too, dude.
I was 19 years old living with a girl, and me and her got in this big ass fucking argument. And I was on the phone with her, and I went home, and my friends followed me. I didn't know this. I barely got out of the car. I got out of the car, and I still had my right foot in the car, and I was standing up, hollering at her. She was hollering at me. She walked over to me and literally put my head sideways onto the roof of the car. And when she did that, it was a blinding right hook. And then next thing I heard,
if you could have caused severe head injury, you had a right to defend yourself.
Well, then that explains why there's a lot wrong with me, because she might have knocked some sense out of my head. But when I did that, it was like, I went boom, right hooked her.
It's because society has said it's wrong to hit women, and it is.
So wait,
they're forgetting to tell you have a right to defend yourself.
JJ, now you're having remorse from doing that. Is that what
ever since I did it, I regretted it.
See, okay, here's the thing. If someone attacks me, I feel like I have a right to defend myself. I might feel bad that the situation happened, that it had to come to that.
Of course.
But should I regret defending myself?
No,
there is such a thing as overdoing it. I mean, as long as you do the bare minimum to make the situation stop, you don't get excessive force.
I understand that. It's just the way I was reading.
I would have popped her like 3 or 4 times just to be scared that bitch would get
back up.
No,
like I was saying.
Let me give JJ an example. JJ, I want to give you an example. JJ, you said you're about what? You said you're about. You said you're about 5'8", 5'9", right?
I'm 5'9", about 185 pounds.
Okay. So I'm 5'10", about 150, 160. I'd say 150 probably. So I've seen girls even when I was I eat plenty.
I'm playing with you.
But fucking so they're
shit don't count.
40-year-old women. Yeah, I mean shit. Fuck you, JJ.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm just kidding. All right. There are teenage girls who are bigger than me. There are teenage girls who are about 6'2", 320 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay. So say, all right. You're also not very tall. You don't weigh as much as that woman. All right. If she smacks you in the face, are you gonna be like, "Hey, stop smacking me in the face"?
I
Smacks
would
you in the
run.
face again.
I would run.
Like,
No, if someone like that smacked me in the face, the first thing out of my mouth would be is, "What the fuck was that for?"
Wrong answer.
What I-
You ask her
what I
that
do?
after you put her on the ground or run.
No.
That's a
No.
big bitch.
you're a
No.
foot sweeper.
Well, first off, I'm not running
Take
from.
the leg, Johnny.
Yo, if you foot sweep her, she'll be like a turtle on its fucking on the back
Yo,
of the shop.
I don't
Hi,
run. from-
Pickles.
What's up, Pickles?
Hey, what's up,
We are
Pickles?
discussing whether or not a man has the right to defend himself or
More.
not.
Listen, sweetie. I agree
What's
with
up,
you
LDG?
50%.
How you doing, LDG?
Well, if you agree with me, then
Listen,
you can
just
feel,
hear me
you
out.
feel bad the
Well,
situation
hey,
became
JJ,
what it
before-
was, but not protecting yourself.
But before you do, can I say how it makes me feel to see LDG in the chat?
Oh God.
Well, he just did his Saturday night nerdgasm, and I pushed Slasher out before I left. But no, after that blinding right hook to her head, I heard a two doors shut, and I heard footsteps running behind me. I thought
Don't
the cops-
tell me you got jumped after that.
No. I thought it was the cops. It was my friends that followed me. They grabbed me and got me back to the car and said, "No, you don't want to do this," because I was ready to beat the fuck out of her.
Understandable.
But like I said, after I did that, I felt bad for it. And the reason for that is how I was raised. You don't lay your hands on a woman. Now, I understand.
You were raised to defend yourself, yes?
I understand and agree with defending yourself. You know, because I was also raised, hey, if she puts herself in a man's shoes, she deserves a man's punishment.
To some degree.
But I always try to avoid that.
Right. Oh, yeah. Try to avoid the
Well,
problem
who
in the
does
first place.
that? Who
Very
looks for
good,
that?
yes.
If you look for that, you're a fucking psychopath. Who looks for
Right,
it?
yeah. Obviously, yeah. And like I said,
No.
the bare minimum just to make sure they leave you the fuck alone. Like, obviously don't keep on beating. Like, yeah, if they're like down, it's done, it's done.
If your whole thing is like, I just want to beat a defenseless woman, and be like, blah, 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 then you're a
Yeah,
fucking
obviously that's
scumbag
wrong.
asshole.
I'm pretty sure when you were raised not to lay a hand on a woman, I'm pretty sure they meant like don't be a wife beater.
Exactly.
Guys,
I'm sure that's what they meant.
Yes.
You know, kind of like, you know, for instance, bitch, where's my supper? You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
that would
Exactly.
deserve an ass whooping.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
yeah, if you just got your head slammed against a car, yeah,
yeah, she come up to me full face, went whap.
you can do neck injuries, you can do head injuries too. You could crack someone's like eye socket or cheekbone. I mean, you can do a lot of damage to a person. You have a right to defend yourself.
She might have because I am a little slow. Okay, I don't know if that was the cause of it or not, but I am a little slow. I'm not quick on my feet like some people are. I'm not an idiot by any means,
No.
but it may have had something to do with it because trust
Hey,
me,
sometimes it takes me a few minutes to catch on. So
it put a dent in the roof of my car.
Yeah, I guess also
that's a strong bitch. Damn.
when I was a kid and I used to fight my sister, I never saw gender. I just saw it was almost like prison.
There is my adversary.
living with those two motherfuckers. Those two
The adversary I'm
scumbags.
not allowed to kill because mom said so.
He used to bully me all the time, and they were like a foot taller than me.
Well, if they're a foot taller than you, and yeah, that seems like some fair competition.
I had to fight her off with a phone book once.
I got two brothers and two sisters, and most of us have argued or fought growing up. My two brothers fought all the time when they were teenagers, each other,
Good lord.
to the point where when mom tried to break it up and they wouldn't listen, she started beating herself over the head with a 2x4
Guys,
to make
let
them
me tell you,
stop.
Yourself? Oh my god.
Yeah, to make them stop.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, at
all
least they love their mom enough to stop. God.
Exactly. Yeah, we did not disrespect Mama. We did
Oh,
not disrespect Mama.
Oh, Mama, I'm sorry we're getting into these fucked up family conversations. I heard you were about to say something, so.
No, go ahead, Optic.
No, I want to tell you what Moira said is very important because on Joe Rogan the other day they were talking with a guest that actually had a confrontation on I think in Texas was it, and they were explaining that the best thing that you can do on a situation like that is to get out of the place, run, like Moira said, because for example nowadays, as you know, girls have some lots of girls have this attitude that they can do whatever they want because the law back them up, etc. And there's a bunch of
Oh,
what they
yeah.
call white knights, etc. So yeah,
Yeah.
just it's better to
Best thing
get out of the
do is try to
situation.
run or avoid it. If the bitch has got
Yeah,
you
they
cornered-
can literally beat your ass and you're still going to jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I got
yes,
marks on my hands. Yeah, because you.
yes.
Yeah, you beat my fucking face with your hands. Yeah. So.
Anyone
Yeah.
remember?
So yeah, if you can avoid it, do so. Absolutely.
Even
Let me
though
tell you.
even though it wasn't a woman, remember in fucking Fear when Marky Mark started hitting himself
Right.
in the chest?
Right.
Yeah,
I
And
never
then
watched
he-
that movie. I saw the previews and it looked weird. I was like,
I saw it and I saw it once. That's all it took.
Yeah, same here. I saw it like once, maybe 1.5 times, because Reese Witherspoon was hot at that point. But anywho,
Yeah, Lisa.
Marky Mark
she's
starts.
still good looking though. She's still good looking.
All right, not.
She's
anyway.
not aging badly, bro.
All right, yeah, that's true.
Who?
That's true.
Lisa.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, she's like 45 or 50 damn near, and she looks good.
I've always had a thing for Amy Adams.
She's kind of a cute
Oh,
little thing.
well, Amy Adams is actually still pretty hot.
Well, to me, less has always been more because a lot of people hate on the show, but to me, the girl that plays Supergirl is fucking hot. Okay, she's plain. She don't try to overdo it with makeup and other shit.
Classically pretty.
Yeah. She's
I dig that same style. I do.
Didn't she like cut her hair and change her look or something though?
yeah. They gave her bangs.
Melissa Benoist.
Yeah, Melissa
Some
Benoist.
people get away with bangs. Not many, but some.
They gave her bangs, and when they gave her bangs, they also gave her pants for her suit.
Meh.
Pants for the suit.
Yeah, man. They took away the skirt and the leggings and the boots and all. They gave her pants.
Bad choice.
Like a leotard?
Yes. Yeah, like a Superman suit. That's what they gave her.
Boo.
Her own version of a Superman suit. Pants, full bodysuit type thing. I'm like, what the fuck were y'all thinking? This ain't Supergirl.
They were thinking, we gotta
That was
cover
the-
up. We gotta
that was
cover up. We gotta cover up this hot girl. That's what
That
they
was the SJWs did. They say, no, we can't have her being like that. She's got to be more manly, more strong. Oh, so they gave her bangs and some pants, and now she's all badass.
Self frumpy. Hey, what about
What-
Power Girl?
Who?
Oh, what did they do? You mean in the comics? What they did to Power Girl?
You know what I'm saying? We need to see that in live action with the boob window.
Okay, well, wait, hang on, Darius.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, we got a boob window coming, man. Darius, I know you don't. I don't know if you follow indie comics at all.
Wait.
But do you know who Piper is?
What, your friend Piper?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've met. We met once or twice.
Okay.
We're
She's
friends on
part of-
Discord now.
She's a part of a group called Grade of Point 5. They're bringing out a comic book called Peregrine Wings of the Falcon.
Okay.
It's got a good boob window in it.
Yeah.
All right, wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for it.
Peregrine, Wings of the Falcon.
PER.
EGRINE.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it on Indiegogo.
Yeah. Can you still order it, or do they close the campaign?
I think it's closed.
Okay. Yeah, because I believe they're about to take it to the printers to get it ready.
Yeah, it looks like they raised over 53 grand for it though.
Hey JJ,
For
do
real?
you remember?
Yeah,
Oh,
and that's
sorry.
public information.
Nice. That's a lot of
Sorry.
background. What slasher? Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone was talking about Power Girl, so
I don't know who
Okay.
Power Girl is. Sorry.
all right.
Yeah, Fargo. Who is she?
Some girl with powers, maybe.
No, it was a DC character.
Yeah.
Boob window. I like that.
There we
See,
go.
see how simple. You see how simple she looks. Her face and all. See how simple she looks.
But is that on the? Is
That
that
was the
official or
costume.
that's a fan?
To me, that's
Okay. No,
nice.
this was a girl. All right, that channel they used to have G4. I don't know what the fuck it became now, but G4.
I
She
remember.
used to be on She used to be on G4. This woman, and she was playing Power Girl.
Well, to me, that's a beautiful young lady. But to me, the nail polish don't go with the outfit.
Right. So, as I understand it,
and JJ would be like, "Ew, get out of my bedroom."
No.
What?
okay. Now, as I understand it, and Slasher, correct me as I'm probably wrong, but Power Girl is an alternate universe version of Supergirl, and she wanted to make her own identity. And the reason for the boob window is because that's where the Superman logo would go, and she opted to not have that logo on her uniform, and so instead, there's a gap there.
Literally a gap.
So there's a canonical reason for the boob window.
I also heard that there was that the writers were making more of an excuse to do that. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I did hear about
And,
that.
and the artist gradually, slowly over time, drew them bigger and bigger
Yes. Yep.
to see if anyone would notice.
I have a lot of Justice League comics with Power Girl on them. Not saying she's the reason I bought them, but I've seen a lot of Power Girl in Justice League comics.
And the truth comes out. Yes.
Right.
Nah, I bought it because it was Justice League, but that was a
Well,
nice.
well, come-
It was a
well,
nice.
come on.
addition.
If I
Nice.
bought comics, literally, it would have been because of Jean Grey and Rogue.
So the interesting thing, guys, is that suit, that sexy suit that you portray, that you show on the stream, that will probably never be shown nowadays because, as JJ told, they took Supergirl and put her pants or a leotard. They're covering up girls. It's ridiculous.
Okay, Moira, is that a cupcake or a muffin?
Cupcake.
Or a toaster strudel.
Mm-hmm.
Cupcakes.
Wait, what is it?
I didn't like the white frosting, so I got rid of it and put Nutella on it.
Oh, it's a cupcake.
No,
Yeah.
Ella.
Well, I went to a little MAGA event. They gave me a cupcake. I'm like, thankful. Woo!
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about,
They were very welcoming. I even got a hug from a lady I barely knew. I was introduced
By the way,
myself.
everyone is underestimating Darius' moves because he's doing these at the perfect points.
Yeah, they're very good. Fantastic.
All right, now you're overdoing it.
I got a little close to the mic. I'm sorry.
That was JJ doing it that time.
Oh, well, hold on. I'm at the timing.
No, ain't nothing like Moira's eating, man. It's like ASMR or some shit. It's like
Well,
pleasant.
JJ, you can't steal Darius' gimmick.
Wait,
Well, I
why would you say that?
I don't have one though.
What's Nancy doing?
Welcome back, Nancy.
Yeah,
Moira,
yeah.
let me ask
What are you
you.
doing?
Got a good show
Did
to
you
see.
count the first video that you were eating the cheeseburger?
Wait, what is
Who's
that?
bigger? What? We're
Oh,
looking at
okay.
the ceiling. Yeah, I don't have a gimmick. Sorry, guys.
No?
I do, but it don't fit the woo.
No, your gimmick is I'm fried. That's even.
Well, I'm not fried right now. I actually, I wasn't going to go into LED stream earlier because I had a blood sugar spike and I was feeling like shit. But I went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah, I saw you over there.
Yeah, and I'm still feeling a little rough, but I'm all right. I'm 100% here, straight, in rare form.
Woo! Well, I'm glad to see you around anytime.
Thank you. Yeah, but very few times will you ever see me not hot as fuck.
Guys, let me.
Yeah. Hang
Guys, let
on.
me tell you.
That deserves this.
Guys,
clap.
talking about Ric Flair Wood, you will be doing that on Walmart because now they have these little chocolate cakes on the entrance, and they are absolutely amazing, man.
They are pretty decent. Me certainly. Look, I think a Time Warp.
Where?
Walmart.
I think it's Win.
No, well, yeah. When Time Warp?
Yeah,
Where?
where and when?
They're at Walmart. No, I haven't been lately. I haven't seen them yet. I gotta try it though. You said it's right near the entrance.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to Walmart tomorrow. I appreciate that.
If
Alright,
I didn't notice this before.
I'll be
I
back.
know,
in a
I
second.
think they're-
I'll be
No,
back
wait.
in a second. I'm gonna go to the Walmart in my kitchen right now. I'll be back in a second.
Nice.
Good.
Woo!
Actually, believe it or not, I haven't been to Walmart in quite a few months.
But wait a minute, because Moira is saying that you didn't notice that? Wait a minute, because maybe your Walmart has them before mine. Because remember, I'm in Puerto Rico, and over here, things get later, if at all. So I never seen them before. So I was like surprised, and they're so tasty. So yeah, JJ, if you go, you're gonna love them, man. They're very good.
Sorry.
Where is my whiteout pen?
Why you got to white something out?
Yeah, my grammar's shit. I had one thought in my brain, it changed the way I wanted to do it, so it just kind of a mess.
So she's physically writing this stuff. Interesting.
Well, yeah.
In fact, now that I think of JJ, if you go tomorrow to Walmart, maybe most probably you will find a different section of DVDs than over here.
Yeah, that's something I ain't done in a while because that used to be my thing. Because y'all were talking about, the bins and the racks full of discount DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. When I was working, every single Saturday, me and the ex went to Walmart, and I always made it a point to make 2 stops in the store, in electronics and in toys, and I would always walk out with 4 or 5 DVDs or Blu-rays, a couple action figures, something. I don't have a lot of movies. Maybe 350 Blu-ray DVDs. Physical media. I know there's people out there that have a lot more, but I love movies, man. If I find something good and it's cheap, I'm walking out the store with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I go spend $100 on myself every week.
Woo! Yeah. That is, what about you?
Hey, man, I busted my ass 60 hours a week. I think I deserve some movies or something. Shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
treat
obviously.
yourself, JJ. Treat yourself.
Darius, what about you? Do you collect DVDs or do you buy often or randomly DVDs?
No, I got into a bad habit of sailing the high seas many years ago, and so a lot of the things I've collected are digital only.
I'm still trying to find hard copies.
Run them onto a DVD.
I'm
What
trying to
one?
find hard copies right now. She said, burn them to a DVD.
Well, I used to do that with music. I would burn lots
Yeah.
and lots of music CDs, and I would burn them like out, the album as accurately as I had,
Well, let me tell
obtained
you
it.
that that's yeah,
And
that's very
I had a
smart.
radio show in college, and I used to play all my music off of burned CDs.
Yeah, dude, I got a ton of burnt CDs, man. Music, backup files, pictures, music. I'm talking about shit from 10, 15 years ago that I can still use because of CDs, man. I love it.
You have them.
Oh, yeah.
You still have them, JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic because that is. But let me ask you because let me tell you, that's actually very smart to have everything like Moira said, to have downloadable stuff because I have a friend that has one of those terabyte thingies. Like how do you say in English? I forget the name of the thing. Where you download all this stuff, and he has like 3 terabytes of movies, etc. And it's very convenient.
Pirating? Is that what
A digital copy?
No, yeah, but in downloadable form, like you have.
Yeah, a lot of I think a lot of Blu-rays come with a digital copy now, and there are some I've seen on Indiegogo some fundraising campaigns where for one price, of contribution level, you can get the digital copy, and then for a higher level, you can get an actual Blu-ray. But you still get the digital copy when you get the Blu-ray.
Yep. I've got 151 digital copies of physical media that I've bought through the years. Right now on Vudu, and Slasher can attest to this because I gave him access to my Vudu account.
Oh yeah, Vudu.com.
I also got a couple TV shows. I got a few episodes of Ridiculousness. I've got the first 2 seasons of Defiance, and I got a couple of seasons of a show called Wildfire.
Wildflower.
Wildfire.
And he has Pro, which we still have to do a movie review of, JJ.
I told you, bro. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday is the best time for me. Whenever you want to get together and watch this movie and do a review of it, we will.
Pro, bro.
And for the audience, I put in there Krull, not Krull. What up, Wookie?
Krull. Wookiee supremacy. What is up, my friend?
Yeah, Wookie.
Hey,
So-
Wookie.
Oh, wait a minute. Wookiee Lives Matter now. He's another one that changes his name.
Wookie Power.
Oh, come on, bro. Hey, fuckers. Really? We couldn't get nothing better than
Term
that?
of endearment.
It's Wookie.
I know it's Wookiee, but damn. He must have got a haircut. That's why he's being all mean and shit.
Have you guys seen Wookie's videos? They're so cool, man.
Yeah.
So fun and
Just
sexy.
say to him back, what's up, fucker? Just say it back.
Yeah, and,
What's up,
and,
fucker? How you doing?
he's got a ton of them, and a lot of them are, in short, digestible nuggets. They're pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Wookiee. Hey, Wookiee. You fucker, you brought her. Hey, fucker.
He rocks. Yeah.
Oh, I'm alive. Okay.
All right, guys. I'll be right back. I'll give you a break.
Everything is always questionable when Nancy's around. Like, what's going on with Nancy?
Welcome back again, Nancy.
I'm sitting here just listening to y'all.
Nancy, let me ask you: do you collect DVDs or do you buy
I'm
them?
being good. I'm not over talking and I'm listening and
No, but
I'm behaving myself.
you kept dropping.
Did I drop again?
No.
Okay.
Moira,
And
where
you're
you got the cupcakes?
Hmm? I don't know. It's different now with my phone in my house. Now it's different. There's different technology that's been put in since 2 months ago.
Who's got birds chirping out there?
I know, right?
That's you.
Not me. They're not my chirpers.
I'm almost at 3 hours
Wow.
with this absolute nonsense stream. Really?
They're the best.
Fuck
Hey.
it. I'll run it. I'll run it to 3, and then I'll end it.
What?
All right.
I'll let JJ come back.
You'll let JJ come back. Oh, were you shutting
Yeah.
down?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's sleeping, Wookie?
Stop. I can't read the chat, but I have a story about that.
Yeah, Wookie.
Apparently, I sent out.
Wookie, I think you are the only one here. Sorry,
I
Ned.
sent out sleep tweets.
Yo,
That's getting sad. I think
It's
I DM'd
420.
somebody in my sleep too the other night. I can't remember who.
it's 420. Woo!
What?
It's 420.
Oh well, yeah. Hey. 420 is a big deal for me.
Oh
I
no.
graduated rehab on the 420. Yes, and I have 5.0 on the 420 this year. Woo woo! Yeah, 420 really is a double, triple woot woot with the twist. That's why I say, yeah, I'm drinking margaritas. No, but I do smoke a little bit of weed now and then. But really, the weed 420 thing is like really a big deal for me. So yeah.
Oh, I love
I thought you
weed.
said you're always drinking margaritas.
Yeah, 24/7.
420,
They might be
24/7.
virgin margaritas, but
No, it's 420, 24/7.
24/7. And because I can have coffee margaritas.
You know, I'm not one of them people that go
Never
around
mind.
hell, hell. No, I'll never say that except for one reason and one reason only, and that's hell 420.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the habit of saying hail to greet people. Some people still really like it.
That's why you just see me when I pop into a chat. It's like, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah. And I kind of copied Anthony by doing that because he's like, what's up, peeps? So I was like, okay, let's add an extra one on there. Hell with it. I used to be like Tron, man. Every time I go into a chat, I'd be like, greetings programs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I used to say that all the time. Greetings programs. Because I'm on YouTube. I'm talking to people over the internet. So yeah, kind of like programs.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Oh, come on, Slasher. You just ain't got no imagination.
I guess not. Forget. It's almost 2 hours. I mean, almost 3 hours. I'm gonna end it. No one's watching anyway, so.
Well, yeah, Wookie.
No,
So would you get?
Wookie bounced. Wookie bounced already.
Oh wow.
All right.
Would you get at not Walmart?
Tuna salad.
Oh, that sounds good.
Darius, Moira,
Meow.
Nancy, JJ was here. I mean, JJ is here, and Darth was here. Whoops, because you
Right.
guys got Star Wars names. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And
Here,
Optic
let me
Racer,
change it.
right?
Let me change
Optic
that
Racer, I
up.
want to thank Optic Racer for coming through the first time on my stream because
Oh,
There you
thank
go.
you
Is
for
that
having
better?
me.
I'll just bring out the I don't care bear.
Wookie, Pixels, New Bomb, Vigilante.
I can't do that either. More. We don't like Care Bears.
She doesn't? I thought she did.
Hey, comic book JJ.
Exactly. That's what I look like in Wart the Wizard.
Yeah. Slasher, thanks for
He
thanks
was,
for doing a show.
he never showed that to you, Darius, that he was in the comic?
He showed me that picture and he told me about the comic book.
Okay.
So I remember. I haven't read the comic book yet.
Yeah. No. If you can find it, you might be able to. If you're interested, you might be able to find it on stuntmancomics.com. That's Mandy's website.
You could always DM it to him, right, JJ?
Well, I could just put it in the private chat too.
Yep. Quick and painless way.
Hey
Anyway.
man, point quick, let's go.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Later. Gonna end the broadcast now. Peace
My
out.
friend. Yeah.